Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up a league with Making Smart Plays deck Jeskai Control. This deck is amazing. I think I'm falling in love with all of the value it generates. You can bounce your Seagate Oracles and your Mole Drifters and Lone Missionaries in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the league. Match 1, Game 1, we're on a 1-lander. It's a 22 land deck, so I would say we're probably likely to find more lands. I'm going to mulligan. This is better. We'll have access to our red mana. We have tons of interaction. Just what we want to see. Ooh, well, hopefully it's not blue-black. Doesn't really matter where this goes. We probably want a little bit more burn, I guess, if they are going to be on Wub. So let's pass through. It looks like they are on the Wubsy. Looks like they're on foiled out Wubsy. We'll fake them out on a Terramorphic Expanse and go get our red mana. We'll see what they want to play. Cantrip, digging for lands. I also rebound my keys, like my yes and my pass turn key, so I gotta be pretty careful tonight. When I reinstalled the client, it didn't have anything bound, so I had to go find it. Crack Expanse looking for an island? Yeah, obviously. We'll see what they did with their Preordain. Looks like puts 2 on top. Okay. Well then, that's odd. Like it'd be surprising. Maybe they're just gonna hit land drops here for a little while, which is fine. So they drew one of them. Maybe it was this Dismal Backwater. I don't know why they would play an untapped land otherwise. We might Lightning Bolt them on their end of turn. This, okay. So it's going to be Firebolt, just where it's sorcery speed. We're, like, part of the plan is going to be to burn this deck out. So we'll pick up our Mountain with Azorius Chancery, just making good use of our mana here, and we'll pass. We can Lightning Bolt them on their end step next turn. If we draw, like, our Courtisars or our Seagate Oracles, we're going to want to be able to cast them next turn. So getting us down pretty critical there. All right, opponent's just going to continue along this path. Probably leave up like a Doomblade or something here. Augur Bolas? Ugh. No, just Ponder. Okay. So I'll get to resolve one of my value 3-drops next turn. If I draw one, that would be really great. I don't know if I'm going to, but I'd sure like to. That would be fantastic. Mana's all perfect. We could be liable against, like, land destruction. We have 6 Dark Ritual. Icequake. Oh. Oh. I see. My sentiments exactly. Yep, it looks like they're coming for our mountain now. Yeah, Courtisar is going to be great. So in response to their land destruction spell, we'll Lightning Bolt them. My goodness. Okay, it's just a Gurmag Angler. Yeah, we'll double Flame Slash that very shortly. This is weird. Blue-black Ponza, yeah. The Jank show is tomorrow, opponent. Well, hopefully we can kind of make them look silly here on the Jank. That was interesting. Early Gurmag Angler while your opponent's sort of stumbling on mana is definitely a way you can win those games, but fortunately, we drew our Journey to Nowhere, so we'll get rid of the Gurmag Angler. And we'll see if they have any answers. We're going to draw a lot of answers. We don't have counter magic. It's all about answering stuff once it's on the battlefield, which I can definitely appreciate. They've gotten a lot of life off of this game. I'll get Evolving Wilds down. We got to go get blue mana now. So we definitely want to be doing that. We'll see what they're about. A Peat Bog. Okay. Hopefully we can close this out real quick. Let's make sure we go get an island. Keep everything fixed. This is the real punishment for playing not matchy lands. Okay, so we could get burned a little bit here, like if they have another land destruction spell, but I feel like evoking this Mole Drifter is kind of a waste. I think getting a clock going is great, especially if they like don't have a way to deal with another one of our lands. So we'll see if they can blow up this garrison. It'd really suck if they could, but you can't really play that way. Is this Mole Drifter of their own? That would be pretty bad. No. They do have the LD. Okay, cool. That's all right. Our mana is still fine for the moment. The 3-color deck would run into the Ponza deck round 1, hey? All right, so we are going to evoke Muldrifter now. Digs to some more land drops. Yep. And that felt like counter magic of some sort. I don't know what they could have. They have a ton of mana. I feel like maybe they're playing a strategy that has to do with them having a ton of mana. I really hope they don't cut us off white here. We haven't shown them any white spells except for Journey, so maybe they won't cut us off white. We would like to get Lone Missionary down. See what this is. Seagate Oracle or something? Or just more land destruction? Choosing a color? The irony is like not lost on me at all here. Running into the land destruction deck. Game 1, match 1 against 3-color kind of like slow deck. That's really funny to me. Okay, good. So hopefully we'll get to resolve this Lone Missionary and start attacking. I could see Crusher being the win con. I'm glad we have some kind of reasonable answer for it. This might not even go get blue mana. Like if they cast a Crusher next turn, this will go get red mana. We'll kill it with our Flame Slashes. I can imagine they're probably sitting on some amount of removal. And if they blow this up, we'll go get red with this again. We don't have that many more fetchable sources though. Like we've seen our island. We have one more island and like one more of each of these. Yeah, sure. No worries. Okay, so I do think I'm gonna go get white here because all of our 2-drops are white. What would be a reason not to get white mana? Yeah, I'm gonna go get white mana. I guess like getting blue would be okay as well, but all of our 2-drops are white, and by the time that might not matter. Yeah, okay, so our mana is perfect again. Good. We'll go to attacks. Attack with Lone Missionary for 2. This is gonna be a slog, gang. And we'll go get our blue mana again, I guess, now that we have 3 mana, because we'll want to start casting our cantripping stuff. So we'll play an island. Just dream of ever flashing back this Firebolt, and we'll bolt them if they don't play a creature next turn. I'd like to have double red to be able to kill a Crusher someday if that's what they do, but where we don't know that yet, I don't think there's any reason to be too hasty about that. So we'll bolt them. I feel like Muldrifter in any deck, especially a Ponza one, I don't know what they could be holding. They have 4 cards in hand. Lots of stuff. Maybe they're waiting for another one of these. So we'll go to combat. I'm going to protect my my blue mana here, where if they do have a land destruction spell, we'll be able to cast one of our card advantage spells. Looks like they are going to kill Lone Missionary now. Recoil. Sure. And we'll discard a Flame Slash, I guess. So they get their Gurmag Angler back. They're going to get to block our Lone Missionary. But we should be able to kill it with this Flame Slash. So that's cool. Decent use of Flame Slash. So we'll Flame Slash your Angler. And we'll Chancery back our blue mana, because if they blow this up and we're going to have 3 mana, we're going to want to be able to cast one of our card advantage spells. So we'll pass. We can flashback Firebolt next turn. Small victories. Ooh, okay. That's money. Alright, so let's play Palace Sentinels. It resolve. We should just run away with it now. Pass the turn, draw an extra card, Momentary Blink. Be okay if I could Momentary Blink this. Unfortunately, we do not have the mana, but we don't really care that we're losing this here. We have multiple removal spells for anything they cast. Yep, turn comes back to us. So I think we're just going to flashback Firebolt targeting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost out of fetchable lands. That's kind of scary. Because we don't have any reason to Momentary Blink, so... Are we out of fetchable lands? We only have 2 of each. So there's a plains and an island. This can only get a mountain, which is a little sketchy, especially against this deck. So hopefully we find another creature soon. Our opponent just going to continue passing the turn back to us. Keep developing our mana. There's another journey. Okay, so let's Faithless Looting. We can pitch Momentary Blink here. Not a big deal. There's a couple of missionaries. That's good. Okay, so we'll pitch Momentary Blink. And I guess for these journeys, our the best thing. I'll probably pitch this Flame Slash, because Journeys and Sandstorm can still deal with a Gurmag Angler. So we'll get a Lone Missionary. Hopefully they don't have something like Echoing Decay here. Yeah, so we can't leave that up anyway. Thanks, Ori Power. I appreciate it. Hopefully these Lone Missionaries can close it out for us. We are now the Monarch. Ooh, Cortosar is a good draw too. I feel like we have mostly good draws here, and I also kind of feel like our opponent's flooding out a bit. So let's see. Are they cantripping? Are they Evankar's Justicing? Sure. Yeah, I don't really need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we top out at 5 anyway, so that's not a big deal. I feel like Azorius Chancery would have been a better target. How many recoils do they play? That's an interesting choice of land destruction, for sure. Opponent's going to Dark Ritual, 2 cards in hand. See what this is. 4 mana. Is this Befoul? Fade Away, sure. I'm in no hurry. I'm the Monarch, so we'll get rid of those guys. We'll stay at 5 mana. And we'll be able to Cortosar into more threats as well. So let's try to Cortosar into a 2-drop to play. And we get to keep it. Pretty lucky. They can Edict it away, which kind of sucks, but oh, there's a Muldrifter and a Skyfisher. When you got to choose between a Muldrifter and a Skyfisher, what is that life? I think we're going to get Muldrifter. I think it just has a better chance. I know we were digging for a 2-drop, but when you got to choose, sometimes you got to choose the Drifter. Here's a Firebolt. So we should be closing this up in pretty short order here. I guess they're going to have an opportunity to blow up our Karoo here, but not a big deal. Yep, 3 mana. Icequake, sure. Not going to do anything with that. And I'll kill you with Cortosars. I'm not afraid to do that. I don't think there's any reason not to go straight to combat here. We'll just play out another Cortosar instead of getting too hasty with our Firebolts or anything. See if they have counter magic. We're just going to dig for a land. Yeah, it feels good against this plan for sure. And it's funny how we're like the 3-color deck against land destruction straight out the gate. I'll still take Ash Barrens here. We're just trying to make our way to 5 mana to play this Muldrifter. It can't fetch a land, so we'll just run it out here. Skyfisher, that's pretty sweet. Always like having a Skyfisher. Yep, so they're going to Aqueduct back a land. I feel like we're on our way out here in the winning direction. So I will Firebolt. I think that's when this turn I'm going to be Firebolting them. I guess I could momentary blink one of these in response to like, is it really? Bummer. I got them first thing. I was like, these cards are going to be great. I don't see any reason for us to do anything pre-combat, so we'll go straight through. Yep, they have Vigilance. It's weird how they, like, I don't play with creatures with Vigilance very often. Like, off the top of your head, can you guys think of a bunch of Pauper playables that have Vigilance? So we'll Firebolt them. We'll get rid of some of this removal. We probably won't need this Rolling Sandstorm. So we'll play Core Skyfisher. I guess we didn't have to tap blue there. Get back our Mountain. Play our Mountain. Faithless Looting. We can pitch one of these Faithless Lootings as well. It's kind of, it feels weird how my opponent's passing priority. Oh, well, yeah, it used to be 7. I could believe that. We may never hit this Muldrifter, but I'm not worried about pitching this Sandstorm. Glad to have the Boilerworks. Our hand's looking pretty good. Our opponent's real close to dead here. I wish I had another Palace Sentinels. That'd be sweet. So we'll probably bring in our Pyroblasts for these fadeaways and recoils. Order paper copies for 150. Ugh. Ugh. Sell, sell, sell. There's an Augur of Bolas. I don't think that does it for them. See what they find. More LD. Taking out a red source would kind of suck for us. They do find Choking Sands. It's going to slow us down for sure. Just a little bit, though. Nothing too serious. What? Choking Sands Ash Baron. Yeah, check it out, Fluffy Wolf. Sure. Okay, so what do we want to do here? They're at 10. We can attack for 3 next turn, put them down to 7, put them down to 5, and then attack for 3 again if we don't sacrifice any of our... We're going to attack for 4, put them down to... If we keep all of our... Oh, this is tough. So we have to sacrifice 3 permanents. I think we'll sack Cortazar, and... Island. So we'll do it like that, and we'll see how that affects us in the future. But I think we're going to be okay. I'm keeping these 2 because I wouldn't mind journeying this. I should probably just leave it there, honestly. Like, I'm not super worried about it killing me or anything, but we'll see what happens. This feels good so far. Like, I feel like I might feel a little bit more oppressed against other, or like, you know, better strategies. But not to downplay this. Like, this is a cool deck. But I think the tier 1 decks probably contend a little bit better. So we're going to hopefully fade. We're just straight up going to try to fade a land destruction spell here. Because if we do, things could turn out pretty good for us next turn. So we'll play Boilerworks, pick up our mountain, and pass the turn. There's another journey. So we've got a lot of defense too. We don't have any way to go get white. We just have to luck out and find a white Karoo. Bunch of mana. Yep. Sure. Flashback Chainer's Edict. Yep. There goes Skyfisher. And opponent's going to start pecking in for 1. All right, so we will play a... I want to evoke a Muldrifter here. Them drawing into more cards is definitely problematic, so we're going to want to get the Monarchy back pretty quick here. So we'll play out a Mountain. And it's a toss-up between just Faithless Looting and we can start flashing back Firebolts next turn too, so I don't think that's an issue. I think I'm going to Journey the Augur. It'll give them less of a chance to pull back out of this, but they could have a chance. Yeah, Augur stole the Monarchy. There's nothing we could do about it, unfortunately, but yeah, so hopefully they don't find another land destruction spell. We get to resolve a Muldrifter next turn. We only have 16 cards in our library. Wow. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, the land destruction deck finds land destruction. Can't argue with that. And we're out of fetchable lands, which means we're out of blue mana to play these spells now. I think. Do we have an island? No. Our islands are gone. That's it. No more islands. Okay. Well, this is problematic. So play an Ash Barrens, pass the turn. Wow. I guess that's what you get for playing greedy mana. We can just like draw blue sources, but we can't fetch them. So that's going to be interesting. Our opponent clawing their way back. Let's see what happens. Will the greedy mana deck ever come back? Maybe they're waiting for Karoos. I don't really know. More Hussars. I'm going to hold on to this Terramorphic Expanse. It doesn't go get anything, so I don't think there's any reason to run it out. Because, yeah, we've got all our basics out. Opponent plays a land. Yep. They're probably waiting for Karoos to cast their land destruction spells, I would assume. Yep. Augur. What does that find? The greedy 3-color deck. Versus land destruction, no doubt. Who would have thought? All right. We got a game here, folks. I think I'm going to have to let this auger hit me a couple of times, which kind of sucks. Maybe they'll deck before we do. Guess it depends on how many Gurmag anglers they're playing and how many times they can free them out of a journey to nowhere. So let's see what happens. Maybe I didn't make the right play on what to sacrifice to fadeaways, but I feel like I did. On our end step, opponent going to cycle on Ash Barrens, or on their end step. Yep. There's another journey, the 4th journey, so we might as well just preserve our life total while we can. We'll go ahead and get rid of this auger. We're not doing anything else right now. We'll pass the turn. 13 cards in our library. Our opponent has destroyed a lot of our lands. So there's one Chancery. We're heavy on Karus. Like, out of the 16 some odd cards in our library, there's a heck of a lot of Karus in there. There's a Lone Missionary. Okay, so play out Lone Missionary. Hopefully we can get the beat started. We'll see. Gain some more life. I'm assuming they have some spot removal as well. They could. Yeah. I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out, really. Yeah, they absolutely could deck themselves. That is an absolute possibility. They're thinning with their Ash Barrens too, so maybe they're not even, maybe that's not even part of what they're considering right now. So our opponent just trying to keep us off threats by getting rid of our white mana. I guess they might have a Gurmag Angler now. They're doing a good job, I'll tell you. What's this now? Thorn. All right. Fair enough. So they're going to try to become the Monarch at some point regardless. So we will Faithless Looting. Don't attack. What do you... Oh, yeah. So that we don't attack with our creature and steal the Monarchy back. We'll pitch a couple of these fetch lands. I can't find anything. And we'll... Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, that shocked me. I didn't know my... I didn't know my PC was capable of still making noise. Okay, so we'll pick up a mountain and we'll pass the turn. Maybe we'll live to cast a few spells someday. Our opponent's going to start pecking in for 1 now. Yep, ponders. This is riveting stuff, huh, gang? The weird control mirror. It's a good test. It's a good test. Can your 3-color deck stand up to the hate? Your 3-color slow deck. I wonder how we sideboard against it. I guess we sideboard against the fadeaways. The fadeaways are probably the biggest beats. Yep, here comes Augur. Gonna find a Dark Ritual. And Gurm Daddy? No. 7 mana. Interested to see. Gurm Daddy. Alright. Yep. Gurm Daddy it is. At least, right? Yeah, that's what I think. Oh, another Mull Drifter. So we gotta go find a white source. Pretty much yesterday. So we're gonna cast a Cortazar. It digs us a little bit deeper than our Mull Drifters. So we'll cast this. See if we can find a white source so that we can cast one of these journeys. Boros Garrison, that'll do it. Put these on the bottom. And so we have to do this. We'll garrison back our Ash Barrens, our mana base looking ripe for the land destruction here. And we'll pass. We can pitch Cortazar here because we can start resolving Mull Drifters if they somehow whiff on land destruction. I don't know that they will. Of course. Targeting Boros Garrison. That's our last white source, gang. We don't have any way to deal with these bad boys here now. All right, opponent. You got me up against it. I think that's it. And we might have one more Azorius Chancery. Boilerworks. I think we have 2 Chanceries, 2 Azorius Chanceries, and we've only seen 1. So there's one more white source in our deck. Our opponent's got plans for that. Let's see what happens. A slog, a veritable slog, guys. but I can be assured that I played tight. Oh, there goes our last land. Okay. It's odd to me that they would still be playing cantrips, but I don't really know. Like, I guess I could lightning bolt one of these and like try to slow down the clock. So I'll play out Ash Barrens just in case it's relevant. It might not be, but it's better than discarding it to hand size. Let's see if they can kill us. I'm under the impression that they can. Yep. Mm-hmm. There's a core Skyfisher we can't cast, so we're going to hold on to this mountain. We might try a lightning bolt. It might be relevant, so we'll pitch Seagate Oracle. Doesn't really matter, I guess. It's too bad we couldn't cause our opponent to draw cards somehow. We should have let them become the Monarch earlier. And are we dead next turn? 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we're dead next turn. We don't have any way to deal with this Gurmag Angler. Wow, they did it. Crap. Well, guys, there you go. Little clinic in that kind of thing. This was odd. I don't really know. Like Pyroblasts to counter their augurs. The augurs don't matter a whole lot, so we could probably take Flame Slashes out because this will deal with the blue creatures. Lightning bolts or fire bolts can deal with the thorns. Serrated Arrows isn't doing anything. Swirling Sandstorm is fine because it can still deal 5. I think we want all of our value creatures. We want all of our creatures in general so that we can get a little lower to the ground. But yeah, this is an interesting deck. Note that I didn't call it out earlier. So yeah, so let's play fast. Let's play smart. Yep, nope. No lands I can actually play, so mulligan this. Still no lands, so mulligan this. I can keep this, sketchy keep, but yeah, we're going to be tutoring on turn 1, so that doesn't really matter. We'll play this, we'll go get our white source first. Yeah, we'll definitely have to be playing around Fade Away. I'm assuming they don't have a way to, like, Simian Spirit Guide into Ritual into kill us somehow. So we'll go get our blue source. Maybe committing Skyfisher there was correct instead, but we'll see. We'll see if they Ritual into a good old LD spell here. Nope, just an Augur, which is pretty good. It's a good start. So we will get our Skyfisher down and start attacking next turn. There's our third land. So I kind of want to play Seagate Oracle because I'll be able to pick it up with Skyfisher next turn almost inevitably, and this might find us another land. Nope. Just the rest of our Muldrifters. Just the most unrealistic thing. And this is also good Edict fodder. See what they've got. Ponder. So maybe they have a ritual in hand, or they're looking for one, or even just looking for more mana. Ponder away, opponent. I don't feel like evoking these Muldrifters is correct, even though we may never get to 5 mana. If we do and we can land one, it's a definite way to win the game. I feel like we have to be able to punish kind of slower decks like this, even when we have lower mana. Although I wouldn't say the deck is tuned or built to attack this sort of deck. I don't know that land destruction is on anybody's mind. Opponent's going to keep cantripping, craft the perfect hand. You may. I wouldn't mind like using Skyfisher to protect a land. I don't know which one it would be. White, probably. Our deck is red heavy, for sure. Okay, well that changes my mind. I feel like this is going to eat an Edict. Yeah, we found it. So we'll protect our blue mana with that so that we can evoke to look for more land drops later. Yeah, so let's pick up Seagate Oracle. It'll suck if this eats an Edict effect somehow, but we have to keep developing our mana base and playing evasive creatures. And if our opponent wants to deal with our lands, they won't be able to deal with our creatures. And hopefully we can run away with the game that way. It's a little unfortunate to have this many 5-drops, for sure. I guess hard casting it doesn't play around Fadeaway very well. More augurs, yep. Hey, thank you very much, Propaganda. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Find a preordain. That's a pretty good hit off of an augur. What's up, Propaganda? How you doing tonight? Propaganda. How you making out? Coming for some of the Jeskai control shenanigans versus blue-black land destruction shenanigans? It's been pretty interesting. How have your streams been going? Pete Bog. That's my old buddy Pete. Alright, so we should be able to get away from it here. I have a feeling this is, like, baiting us into a... that could be it. They could be baiting us into... we've seen all the revealed cards. They could be baiting us into a fadeaway. And if they are, then we should probably just keep developing our mana base. But we don't want to just run this blue mana out if we're not going to do something productive with it. Yeah. Fadeaway could eat a Drifter and I wouldn't be super unhappy. So I'm going to attack with a Skyfisher. We will cast a Mole Drifter and see if they want to fade away. I'll lose a red source and a creature, but fair trade. So we'll do this. Fadeaway and Edict could be an issue. And we'll pass. Skyfisher, always happy to see one. Could do like Seagate Oracle, Skyfisher next turn. Pretty awesome turn. Start attacking for 6 in the air. Our opponent is playing increasingly slowly too. I don't know if they're just thinking a lot harder. Propaganda, go, that one. Your intro is amazing, dude. Of course I do. Can't forget that one. Ritual. Bye-bye, Boros Garrison. So Threshold isn't turned on. Maybe they're hoping to fire off 2 of those and kind of take us off that way. But we should, I don't know, unless they're going real ham here. Thinking about what other color they should take out. Or maybe just cast a removal spell. I don't really know. Is this Fadeaway? Just augurs, okay. Sure. Maybe they took Fadeaway out. We don't have a ton of creatures. We could, if they introduce the Monarch here, and we can't consistently keep it, then we might run into some trouble. But, not the planes. Dang it. But that's okay. If they just want to keep bonking our lands and they keep letting us attack for 4 in the air, then whatever. Yep. Should have blocked with Drifter. So if we lose by 1, my bad. There's a Chancery. I don't think we want to run that out just yet. I don't feel like they're on more land destruction at this second, but we can go get white mana with this and get our Skyfisher down next turn. It's really good if they don't have land destruction in hand, because we could get Skyfisher down anyway. But I think we want to make sure this happens. Going up to 4 mana doesn't really benefit us next turn, so I will Terramorphic Expanse, go to combat, attack for 4. Golgari Brownscale. Great foil for edicts, little critters, etc. It's also, yeah, it is. It's just a really cool card. Like it does really interesting stuff. It's one of the cards I'll always consider if I'm trying to plan around some kind of weird fragile combo deck, and I need a way to. I don't need to float anything. It's just a waste of time. And I need a way to kind of like enable that strategy. I always think of Brownscale because it does really interesting thing and gains you life while it's doing it. Red green builds. Really need 2 versus Dimir in case one gets bogged. They're all about the bogs, man. They're really, really bog happy individuals. So this could be like a recoil or something. No. It doesn't matter if they do recoil. Alright, our turn. And Faithless Looting is not what we're looking for. So we'll go to combat, attack with our team. I don't know if I should Skyfisher back a Plains here and play a Karoo. Like, if they do... I shouldn't Skyfisher back creatures. But I think I am going to. We're just gonna... I don't know. We're just gonna keep hoping that we fade land destruction, I guess. It's a pretty huge blowout if they can deal with it, but I think committing Skyfisher was the plan that turn. And if we can get back up to 3 mana next turn to play an Oracle, I'll feel pretty happy about it. So let's see. Fade away. Yep. So we have to pay 3 or sack 3. Brutal. So our opponent's going to pay for all of their creatures. Sack Peat Bog. Okay. They're only going to pay 2. So I guess this is kind of a bummer. But we're going to lose Chancery and Muldrifter and a Skyfisher. So that sucks. But it is what it is. Because I wanted to get up to 3 mana next turn. And that was the only way to get up to 3 mana next turn. I mean, I think we're still in an okay position. Not in great position, but... I think just hoping to get... sack all of them? No, I think I made the right play. Because if I could get up to 3 mana, I could commit Seagate Oracle, and that was going to get in the way of these Augurs forever. Icequakes or Island, sure. Yep, here come the Augurs. Also, we're playing a very greedy deck. Very greedy mana base. I don't care about blocking 1 damage a turn yet. We're just going to keep hitting them down. I don't think we're going to win Aloth Flourish of Burn spells or anything, so... Oh, this is so savage. Yep. Choking Sands it is. Here come the Augurs, and yeah, we're probably just going to keep drawing junk here now. So we'll pass. We'll start blocking with Skyfisher. That card is incredibly underplayed. The, what is it? Putting together 4 Faithful Suitings and almost anything? Yeah, man, the Methonicals list with Faithful Suitings and Ralligond was so good. I saw that you were playing Ralligond recently as well. Here they go again on their own. Yep. Recoil, pitch Faithful Suiting. And... Gurm Daddy. So that's pretty much going to do it. Yep, they had it. So I think the big turn there was the fadeaway turn. And they didn't show it to us or anything. But I don't think playing around it was a winning strategy either. Because if they had land destruction, it was probably even still fine for us. We get to keep our creatures. And we get to commit another Seagate Oracle, the 2-for-1. But, unfortunately, they had fadeaway. So that's it. This is a reasonable hand. We've had to mulligan a lot of only having Karoo land hands, so happy to have this. I'll keep it. We got a couple Lone Missionaries if it's a slow deck. So let's go. Looks like MBC of sorts. Go get some untapped blue mana with this if that's relevant. They might be on some kind of aggressive build, so I'll play out my mountain here. And I don't think we want to start looting yet. I'd rather leave up Lightning Bolt, just in case they are an aggressive deck. Just for the love of God, don't go like Dark Ritual, Rancid Earth. An Augur of Bolas, okay. So let's see what they find. Just more blue-black control, huh? Depending on what they find, I might snap the Lightning Bolt off on this. Echoing Decay. Well, it's good that I know about that. So we're going to be a minute. I feel like I don't want them getting any incremental advantage out of this. We will play a Plains. Thank you, Yacleed. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Jank Bank. Tonight we're playing Jeskai Control a la Making Smart Plays. And we're making smart plays while doing it. So opponent doesn't want to snap off the Echoing Decay on this. They might make their land drop. If they play a tap land, I probably still won't run this Lone Missionary out. I'd really like to hit one of my 3-drop 2-for-1s. Yep, Disfigure. Okay, so a little safer to run out Lone Missionary now. So we will run out Lone Missionary, and I think I'm okay playing in Evolving Wilds. I don't mind the thinning. Delver of Gossip. When Augur shows up too much? Is there a Delver of Gossip out there? What do you mean? They will just disfigure our Lone Missionary without even thinking about it. Still got an Echoing Decay in hand. So it looks like we're against mono removal deck. I'm glad I took care of, just in the card shown, we'll call it Augur of, of Gossip. Thank you very much, Roy Boosh, for the follow. Oh yeah, man, always playing. No problem, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope it was a good deck for you. I hope it's treating you well. We just got totally trounced by a Dimir build that played a kind of similar strategy. So opponent just cantripping away, grooming their hand. They're down to 4 cards in hand, so are we. So I think we might be in an okay position. We got to start drawing our 2-for-1 creatures. More lands is not what we're looking for. So I don't know if I want to go fetch anything with this Faithless Looting, or with these Ash Barrens before I Faithless Looting. Probably not. We have our colors. If I have to pitch one of these, that's fine. I'll pitch a color land before I pitch anything else. So let's see if we can do that. I can see one of these red spells being relevant soon. We're probably going to want to cast this Firebolt. So I'll pitch this Flame Slash. We'll pitch an Ash Barrens. We'll go get some more red mana. And we'll Firebolt their face. Or, I don't know, maybe I want to get down Chancery, because we could draw into Muldrifter. So maybe that's what I'll do, actually. So let's get down Chancery, we'll pick up our Plains, and we'll pass the turn. So probably gave him a little bit more information than we had to there. Oh man, well thanks for coming, I appreciate it. I hope the YouTube videos happen in time for you to still enjoy it. Looks like our opponent's going to go Alchemy into Angler. But we can go looting, looking for another, or looking for a Journey to Nowhere or something. It looks like they didn't manage to get it. I'm going to leave up Echoing Decay. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so let's Seagate Oracle. I guess we can play around any... Well, I don't know which one of these I want to play. So we'll Seagate Oracle. See what we find. And it's probably time to start firebolting them in the face. I guess I'd rather Garrison here. I think we're getting pretty low on fetchables, if we even have that many left, and it's a good way to keep developing ye old mana base. So we'll firebolt you and play a mountain. And I think I'm okay looting here. I'm already getting rid of this Plains, and I want to find one of our bigger... something bigger to start attacking with. I think it's pretty risky to pitch both of these lands, considering, but I don't want to get rid of this Journey. This one doesn't. No, it is. It's one of the best blue spells. So I don't know. Maybe I do pitch the lands. That's greedy, but be greedy, get rewarded. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have a Dinrova Horror on the way or something. I guess Journey is still a good pick if that's the case. I think if it could support, like maybe there's something about the blue mana that can't support it, but as far as I've seen, everything is pretty samesies across the board, so even a Muldrifter would really suck here, yeah. It's not the worst, but not great either, so we'll keep digging. We can just kill this with a Firebolt, but I prefer not to because they might have another Soul Manipulation. It doesn't run Sens Enlistment either. That's a really good piece of tech right there. All right, let's see our opponent's Muldrifter with our own Muldrifter. Value Town. Good, good. Those are some good spells. Okay. So no attacks. We'll see if they can adequately wrath our board somehow here. I think next turn will be probably Court Hussar, but little greedy getting low on the white mana there. I believe we only have one more Plains in our deck to even tutor for. Kicked Probe, huh? So Momentary Blink will hit the bin, and I think Cortisar will also hit the bin. Cortisar might be able to dig us into an untapped. It might be able to tutor us into another Plains, though. But I don't think it's Journey, and I also don't think it's Skyfisher. So I think it's Momentary Blink, Cortisar. And we'll see what our opponent wants to do. Yeah, I'd love to have a Sense Enlistment going. I think in that land destruction game, it would have been a little bad, but... I was just going to say I think it would have been pretty good, but then I had a quick think about it, and you got to play your lands in the land destruction matchup. So maybe it wouldn't have been as good there, but it would be great in a matchup like this. As long as our opponent isn't doing the bog bounce. Constant bog bouncing. Did I mention that it's like stiflingly hot? Come on, guys, let's not have one of these Mondays. The Orzhov Auras list? No, it doesn't. I think that'd be pretty good if it did. Sure glad I saved this journey to nowhere. No recoil one time. So we'll journey the Gurmag Angler. We're going to go looking for untap white mana with our Cortisar. No momentary blink value. Oh man, yeah, that was so funny. Fluffy Wolf, you're not cursed. I told you. It's not untap white mana, but it'll do the job. So we'll grab this and play it out. I don't know that we start attacking here or not. Bomb cards in the deck, or is it just card value and random attackers? I think the strongest, like Muldrifter is a bomb card. I think the strongest card otherwise is Swirling Sandstorm. I don't know why for a second I thought about Terramorphic Expanse. It's probably just because it's on the battlefield. All right. So they don't want to trade Drifters. Don't really know why. We'll pass. Makes anyone about minus 15 and minus 20%. Oh yeah, no, it's true. It is. It's tough. Like last week was definitely an example of that. Like just trying super hard to remain attentive and like just be a good streamer while playing tight. Because I played a couple of pretty hard to pilot decks. I think I piloted Ramp correctly, but it wasn't super forgiving about it. So let's see what our opponent's all about here. Nothing doing? Cool. So we'll go get white mana. We're going to try to bait out a counterspell by flashing back Firebolt on one of these Drifters. Just land. A momentary blink Muldrifter, not the worst world either. Like I could just Skyfisher back like a land and leave a momentary blink, plan to momentary blink Muldrifter or something. Which I think I'm gonna go for that. One more Firebolt would feel pretty good here. And we're not doing anything else if I don't make that play, so I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play Skyfisher. I guess I could still Firebolt one of these down. Doesn't really matter. Yep, Skyfisher will come in, pick up a Plains, replay the Plains, and pass turn. There isn't a float mana or anything, just a waste of time. You were here for the one that I eventually 5-0'd, I think. I can't remember. Alchemy. We will momentary blink the Muldrifter. That's pretty cool. Our opponent just like 2-for-1 themselves. Sweet. Cool. Let's see what we draw. That was the plan anyway, but I guess maybe they didn't want us blocking one of these. I don't know. I will trade their Muldrifter with my Muldrifter. Oh, yeah. But you left. Right. I think it was. It was during, like, mono white, when I did mono white Metalcraft. Had something to do with it. Disadvantage of having the window open, but I promise I would be legitimately unconscious if I didn't. So I don't mind just taking the damage here. If we can get our opponent to do some spell casting, we might be able to resolve a Muldrifter next turn. There's another Skyfisher. It's pretty rad. They're coming for you, Fluffy Wolf. Fluffy Wolf. So let's see how much mana we can get our opponent to tap. Let's play that game for a sec. More flyy boys coming. And then even if they spend a lot of time dealing with our evasive attackers and blockers, our plan B is still pretty strong. I guess playing Muldrifter here, probably actually not the best strategy. Maybe it is time to start firebolting these down. Okay, well, that makes things better. So Skyfisher will get in. Let's see if our opponent will let us resolve another Skyfisher. They will. Okay, so we'll pick up Seagate Oracle. And I imagine that would have baited the counter, so try to resolve another Muldrifter. Maybe they're waiting for it. They let it go. Okay, so is this like teachings or something? Palace Sentinels, that should do it. I hope. Disfigure Muldrifter. Wow. So I can't imagine what their hand looks like. Maybe they're choked on black mana pretty good. Oh, they're going to get our Firebolt. There I go, waiting too long on my Firebolts. But glad to see that they have a couple Drifters down. And we have a couple Flyers that remain. We're going to play 2 blockers this turn. Ooh, I actually didn't see those, MG Flory. What got banned? I watch a lot of Legacy. Like, I watch Andrea Mengucci and their Legacy video. That was probably so bad. I am so sorry, Andrea. You're an amazing person. Oh my goodness, Captrist, what's up? Yeah, hey, Deathrite Shaman and Gataxian Probe got banned? That is nuts, dude. Just nuts. So they are going to counter that. I don't know. I think even... Well, if Palace Sentinels eats removal here, we'll just steal the Monarchy back. I'm not afraid of them grabbing one more. Okay, cool. So we'll play out Terramorphic Expanse, and yeah, we'll see. That was the 2 counter spells. It's odd to me that they would sandbag them for that long. Opponent's going to preordain. They've only got 2 cards in hand. Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic decks are going to get out of control, huh? And like Deathrite Shaman it was really good against like every strategy, it seemed. It punished decks like crazy. I don't know what that preordain must have found. We are on only lands here, so hopefully this isn't some huge... It's an Artmagic. Isn't it? Oh, just Flashback Alchemy. Okay. Pretty good spell, really. Big fan. And, yep. So we'll see if they found another hard counter. Glad I ate 2 there, because there's a lot of value in the remainder of our deck. Yep, no fetchables. That's funny. Alright, so play out Ash Barrens. Opponent F6'd, so we will go ahead and run out Cortazar. Maybe they have an F6, I don't know. I guess we're about to find out. That is a great spell. I don't know what you'd be waiting for if you're holding Counterspell. They let it come in. Yeah, that's nuts. Like, what decks do you think will come up? Is it just like Rug Delver, Death and Taxes, and Stoneblade? Didn't Rug Delver also played Deathrite, didn't it? I'll take a Firebolt. Sure. Just a little 4 damage to your face action. Go to combat. Attack with Skyfisher. And we'll Firebolt them. We're definitely trying to outvalue them. They only have 18 cards in library too, and we still have lots of Journey to Nowheres to find, so we'll see if we can't assemble a win. I think we're kind of rounding the corner now. Even if they find one of their big threats, or like even a Denrova Horror doesn't really do anything here. I guess another Bog would suck. Oh, did they really? What do they talk about? I went to read it and I saw on the Reddit it was like no change, so I was like, all right, cool. What did they address, Lobert? Oh, just that they were watching it. Okay, cool. Well, I tell you, a couple great places to watch Pauper. The Pauperganda here in the chat. Got Lobert here in the chat. Got me right here. And I'm streaming right now. Yeah, I know, huh? I'm here. I'm out here. So it looks like our opponent's going for the no value Evankar's Justice, put themselves to 1 plan. And I think we win. Wop babaloo bop. Wop bamboo. Nah, gosh. I don't know, guys. People don't play with Gush, right? There's enough books about Gush that I think it's okay. You know what I mean? So we'll take Flame Slashes out. I don't know if we want to take a Faithless Looting. Serrated Arrows isn't doing anything. Sandstorms can kill their Germ Daddies, but I'm okay going down. The Sandstorms here, I don't think a Wrath is what we really need to be doing, and maybe I'll go down one Lone Missionary. I do like the fast plan. Let's go down one Looting. It makes the synergies a little bit worse with all their bogs. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. If Tribe gets really crazy, I can see that too. Super glad to have a Pyroblast here. Oh no, I love Cortazar. Seriously, this is like one of my favorite cards. Fight me, Deluxe, if that is you. If that is your real name. So this is going to be the race to a Palace Sentinels. I kind of want to aggressively like Pyroblast an Augur of Bolas here, but I think I'd rather get white mana. Get down Lone Missionary, start laying down the beats. Keep our opponent's mana busy until we can hit 4. Play this Palace Sentinels. Laugh all the way to the bank. I'm not actually sure, Max Mitchell. Yeah. I've honestly, like, I still play Pauper a lot all week, but in terms of the rest of the Magic stuff, I'm a little more checked out than usual because it's summertime. I'm out there just like, you know, enjoying it. But yeah, who did win? I don't know. This kind of comes up every time we talk about Delver. Like, that deck it's just an amazing deck. Like, you can't really, like, I don't know. You couldn't neuter it even with doing that. As much as I'd like that to be the case. This is a weird turn. So yeah, well, it's just an amazing deck. Like, everything culminates. It's been around a long time for a reason, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's why you don't see a ton of people playing mono blue, because it's a difficult deck to navigate, for one. And also, like, all of the cards are really, really good. Oh yeah, no, you've got to be straight up on your game against them. So I'm gonna try to Pyroblast this end of turn. If they don't do anything about it, we should stand a good chance killing it next turn. I might not even do that. It doesn't really matter. And I'm probably not going to play this Palace Sentinels unless they're out of mana to deal with it. So I kind of want to force through Pyroblast. Or sorry, I want to force through Sentinels with Pyroblast. Yeah, they're going to let it go, sure. So this turn's going to be Cortazar, leave up another Pyroblast. Let's see what we draw. Ooh. Convenient. So go to combat, attack with Lone Missionary. I don't think that's necessarily true either. It draws 2 cards, right? Delver can operate on not very many lands, and that's why they can play Gush so successfully. Same as like Tireless Tribe decks, like they're just very good at doing that. That was probably not the correct time to Pyroblast this, by the way. I probably could have waited, just taken 2 a couple times. Let Cortazar come in, sweet. Seal of Fire, yeah. Seal of Fire, I can see Seal of Fire being pretty good. I think we're going to get Muldrifter here. It's going to make their next turn real difficult. Their next couple of turns really difficult, because either of these makes their lives pretty good. Pirate Spellbomb is a wicked spell too. Man, I love that deck. That deck's awesome. So if our opponent wants to try to cast a Muldrifter here, then that's cool. You can do that. We're going to kill this, and then we're going to try to resolve a Palace Sentinels. We get the next one with our Journey. Then again, like, I could just fight through their counter magic and resolve this, but I have no way to block it right now, so let's just see if they want to counter our Pyroblast instead. And that could change how next turn goes too. I could want to Journey this. Sure. You don't say. So let's try to cast Palace Sentinels. Get the Monarchy. I don't know what they could have soul manipulation here. Yep, we are now the Monarchs. Hooray! And even if they take it for one turn, draw an extra card, we can try to fire 2 answers at Stormbound Geist. So it's either they deal with our board right away, or we kill this. Trip it to show... What? I think I missed that one, Deluxe. Another just like burn spell will be sweet here. Forbidden Alchemy. All right, so let's do this now. Well, I don't know. Countering Alchemy could be the way to go, but if we continue being the Monarch for any amount of time, we're just gonna get away with it. Journey to Nowheres will deal with everything else in the meantime. So we should be okay here. They're gonna have to fight through us resolving Muldrifters and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's why I feel I was like, I definitely Pyroblasted at the wrong time. It was just like, that was a lot of weird dancing, like trying to play on their end step to kind of keep them off kilter, while we try to resolve this Palace Sentinels. We just saw a hard counter, right? Yeah. Probably try to cast this Journey and pass. Yeah. I guess like we could try to cast Drifter instead. It's actually probably better. Yeah, I'll do that. So chances are they don't play Daze, and this might eat counter magic. We kind of like to get rid of this Gurmag Angler, or just get an evasive creature down. That's fine too. No, we want the evasion, and yeah, okay. So whoops. Oh, do not. Okay. Do not pass the turn. So I think I'll play Evolving Wilds. We've got one more mountain to go get. We got another plains too. And we'll pass the turn. No, I need the body, and I don't know that they would have countered it there. See what our opponent's about to do. They're going to duress us. Wow. Wow. That's like the best late game duress I've ever seen. I cry every time. The blowouts here could be pretty extreme. I don't know. Should I block with everything? What do you guys think? Get in the way with everything? No. I think we chump. So let's chump with Cortazar and hope you find an answer soon. Hope we find an answer soon. We may. Not saying it's gonna happen, but we can hope and wish and pray a la Dusty Springfield. We're gonna go get a mountain here, and that should allow us to destroy it with like Muldrifter into 2 burn spells or something. Oh, come on, deck. Seriously? You gonna do me like that? Yeah, all right. We're just gonna be unlucky. Watch, I'm gonna draw like the best thing right now. Our opponent might alchemy here. Well, they get an alchemy in the graveyard. That's a redraw. I'm okay with firing it off now. Hey, Diz a Storm. Is Diz a Storm? Nah, Diz a control deck. All right, guys, we're getting into precarious situation here. Yeep. Yep. So opponent was on 1 card in hand. I feel like drawing a land there was just savagery on the part of my deck. So even if they take the Monarch here, we don't have any way to reasonably get it back anytime soon. We're going to have to find an answer for this pretty much right away. So let's Seagate Oracle. Digs a little bit deeper than Relic, Crack Relic. Ooh, do they have more counter magic? Sure. Okay. So we will Relic. Crack Relic. Come on, deck, no more lands. Nah. I mean, I'm under the impression that they have more counter magic. Yeah. It was close. So we'll play Boilerworks, and we'll see if they want to get aggressive with this Angler. Oh, you know what? Should have made them pass. Get rid of this mana. They could have Disfigure here. That would be pretty savage. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. They'll probably use all that mana. They might not use all that mana next turn anyway, but it's still a little loose. All right, opponent. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get through this together. Hopefully I'll find a journey to nowhere before they find additional answers for Lone Missionary, but it looks like they're going to do the trick. I'm just going to update my game score really quick, because we did win game 1. Just for the record. Cartouche of Ambition? Good God. No, not yet. So the deck tech for this will come out tomorrow night, which is definitely weird. Understandably weird, but we're not even going to play this out because we could draw like a Flame Slash or something to go in tandem with it. Yeah, it is kind of weird, but it's kind of how the release schedule shapes up. I like to do this right after kind of tournament results come out on Mondays, and I usually do the deck tech right beforehand. Oh my goodness, the clutch Duresses. I've never seen Duress be so good. Deck, you the best. This doesn't fetch anything. So 22 land deck. I think we drew a few too many lands when things got pretty critical back there, and our opponent had. Yeah, that too. I like to deck tech first actually, so that I can get a good look at it and kind of know what the objectives are. And yeah, I found it to be better than doing it afterwards. Really, it would be nice. Like it's good either way, but I feel like just sitting down for like a couple of hours, having a close look at it has benefited me a lot. So I'm gonna continue down that path. I think our opponent's got us here. We're at 2. I mean, we're not dead yet. So we'll play Skyfisher. No, man, we're not dead yet. Hey, what's up, Bartender God? Bartender God, what's up? Are you real good at bartending? Man, there's this one fella, my favorite spot. Does he ever tend a good bar? We're dead now. Yeah, so I don't think sideboarding was incorrect there. That was a pretty effing big Gurmag Angler, but yeah, I think it was close. So we'll run it back. Love to play first. See if we can get some quick games here. I guess I didn't come out with this bad boy hoping for quick games really, but yeah, gonna be kind of awkward at first, but we'll go get our red mana. Maybe counter an Augur or Bolas, hopefully not drawing them another cantrip or something. So this is one of those interesting things. Like, if like a player has 5-0'd with this deck multiple times, you know what I mean? So I don't know if like it's just bad matchups. Like I wish I could speak with them about it after nights like this where you're just way behind. You're kind of wondering, you're like, well, why did it do so good then? You know what I mean? So we'll play Evolving Wilds and we'll pass, hoping to resolve a Court Husser next turn. Then maybe pick it up with a Skyfisher a little while from now. But I think, you know what, like, match 1, that was just some, variance, and it was just some, like, real tragic irony that we'd be trying out a 3-color deck on the series, and we run into, like, a good land destruction brew. I do. Right here, Dizza Storm. Is Dizza Storm? No, man, Dizza Control. No problem. How are you guys liking the low latency streaming? Do you think is the lag worse? Like, would you prefer having something else? Or going back to the other way? It's 100% better? Okay, cool. I don't know, like hard counter, Cortazar, whatever. Not a big deal. It won't eat one of our Muldrifters later. Yeah, I like it a lot too. I like being out here with you guys in real time. Yep. So that does give us a better avenue to be playing Muldrifters. It does make this Core Skyfisher look a lot worse. All these Karoo lands and Core Skyfishers definitely look awkward together. So let's keep pressuring their mana. It is a really interesting deck. I actually think I'm going to Evoke here. I don't think there's much reason to be playing out Skyfisher without doing that first. So next turn, if they want to tap low, we get our Muldrifter. If not, we could consider some kind of like force Cortazar through type thing with Pyroblast. We'd use red mana. Keep that in mind. Put that on the to-do list. Find the rest of the red mana. What's up, Waltzmark? How you doing tonight? It kind of does feel a little like I've seen that deck a number of times, and it kind of does feel like that. I didn't play it back in the day. I played against it a lot. So let's see if we can get a Cortazar down. I don't mind picking up a land here. They're okay with Cortazar. Okay. Go digging. Take a lone missionary. Getting the red mana at some point. Still on the priority list. Played a couple creatures. We'll pick up our white source here. Maybe we'll have to protect it. Yeah, in retrospect, if I would have known they were F6'd and looking to Forbidden Alchemy, I probably would have Muldrifter there, but they didn't. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I guess they were hoping to Doomblade. Okay. You can keep removing my creatures, opponent. I'll keep finding more. So they're at 5 mana now. It looks like they're not looking to enjoy their own Muldrifter this turn, but we've got time. I think we're going to do a little more dirtling, making our land drop so that we can force this Muldrifter through with a Pyroblast. Or, you know, just leave a Pyroblast in general. So we'll tap our island for a relic here. They're building up to Gurmag Angler. Like, I kind of want to crack this relic. So they can't Angler next turn. I guess if they do Angler next turn, they can't counter this Muldrifter. So maybe we kind of want them to Gurmag Angler. Pick up an island. Attack with Cortazar. I don't know if they're trying to sneak something through Pyroblast. With like a Hydroblast? I don't really know. I don't think you bring in Hydroblast against this deck anyway. Yeah, let's relic them now. So that they have to completely tap out. That was like simultaneous, Lobert. So that they'll have to tap out if they want to cast their Angler. Low latency is way better, by the way. That's awesome. Bartender God. Are you ghosting? Are you in there ghosting, man? Are you a wookie wookie? Are you trying to spook me? Don't spook me, dude. Yeah, me ghost. Opponent gonna pick up their Radiant Fountain. I'll counter a Muldrifter. They're not gonna drift. They're not gonna drift away. Not feeling old and dirty here tonight. Yeah, Kuldotha Jeskai, man. That deck is really cool. And like I said, I played against it a lot. I didn't play as it as much as I'd like to. So we only have one kind of logical way to attack here. Oh man, Compulsive Research, that's a cool card. Especially where we have all like the Firebolts and things like that. I feel like Compulsive, how did 420 Dragon put it? Like, I feel like Compulsive is best served when you're like racing to combo off. Do you know what I mean? Yep. So let's see if Pyroblast eats another hard counter here, but that's okay because we have a Muldrifter to cast next turn. And, oh, okay, sure. That's a little worse. And they can go ahead and cast their Angler here now. No big deal. One Relic trigger wasn't going to do it. So if you want to angle, you may angle. Looks like they're just going to leave up a bunch of mana to try to counter another Muldrifter. Gotcha. Yeah, man. I'm glad to have you here, Deluxe. No, it didn't matter. Like, they could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they could have left up double blue and had Angler anyway. But I guess it did. They would have had one less mana than they should have. You're right. You are right. You're right. Maybe I should have. I probably should have. Yeah, no, it would have been. You're right. All right, so we'll get in. And we'll try to bait counter magic with his lone missionary. I can't, like... just attacking is probably playing around whatchamacallit enough. Echoing Decay. It definitely feels a little bit harder. Ooh, we get a Muldrifter. Wunderbar. So I'm assuming they have some kind of odd thing going on here. Did they miss the Drifter? They're just going to remove something. Echoing Decay? No, just Doomblade. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're still going to get to draw 2 cards. 5 mana, Divination, plus put your opponent down a card. Not the worst world, but not perfect either. I don't know about Brainstorm. Brainstorm's weird, man. Like, I am kind of all over the place with Brainstorm. I really don't know if... oh, that was a good Augur. Good boy. There's Doomblade on Hussar, which kind of sucks. I don't know if I want to waste this Pyroblast on Augur. I think I do, actually. It would really suck. It would suck if they got a Muldrifter out of it, but no. Okay, good. So how many basics? How many basics? We have 1 planes to go find. So we'll run out Terramorphic Expanse, and we'll go ahead and activate Relic. Yeah, the bounce lines definitely makes the... You hosted me twice? Oh, man. Thank you for the double host. So we're going to go to combat. We'll attack, and then we'll Firebolt them. There could be reason to like hold this. I think I'm going to hold on to Firebolt, because if they play another Augur, I am definitely going to want to... Firebolt it twice. So I'm actually going to hold on to Firebolt. Just that early on, Storm is way better at fixing. So my general opinion, and this is stood up, like there's some decks where it's like really great, and they're the decks where you kind of don't mind playing. Oh, that was a good draw. That was a good Faithful Suiting, where you don't mind like preordaining to get rid of the ones on top. So I think you have to run cantrips with it. You have to run fetches with it. You have to there's a lot of building around to be considered. Yeah, and you're right. Like if they do bog Faithful Suiting, then you're out a lot of cards. But if they don't bog Faithful Suiting, I think it's better than Brainstorm. I think it's better than Brainstorm even if they do bog it. Brainstorm just the deck building restrictions are real, for sure. And yeah, let's see if we got them. No, it takes more than that, because like they don't fetch efficiently, right? Like you see those decks playing a lot more. You see a lot of those decks playing Preordains and Ponders with it because our fetch lands aren't efficient enough to kind of make up for the shuffle effect. I'm actually gonna run a Core Skyfisher here, and I'm gonna bounce Lone Missionary because I'm gonna try to bait counter magic before they can counter our Firebolts. I think that means I should be flashing back Firebolt here. So Firebolt you. And we have a Journey to Nowhere to punch through blockers. Firebolt you. Pass turn. Yeah, so okay, so I think like with that many fetches, and I don't have any lands to play. I don't think so. You're trying to tell me I cheated? Played 2 lands in a turn? Did not. Oh, well, they found Edict. So they kill this, they Edict this. They could be on their way here. Radiant Fountain, that helps. But I think we're pretty close. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can't Edict, Flashback, Edict. So we might have them, depending on if they have more removal here. Removal and counter magic do it, honestly. So yeah, so we're not all the way out of this. I think it is relevant because like a big part of ooh, spicy. A big part of what you're trying to do with it is fetch when you need to get the mana that you need, right? And you're like in the early game, they have to be efficient because if you're like playing, I don't know, like Blue-Red Delver and you need that one mountain right then and there, then yeah, I do think it's relatively important. All right, so we'll tie up their mana first, and maybe we'll just draw a burn spell and win. I don't know. So we're gonna go to combat. We're just gonna play through kind of the win here as I see it, and then if they have any way to interrupt that, we'll deal with it later. Because I'd rather they waste their mana frigging with our plan so that we can journey this augur than anything else. Yeah, I think I have to crack. I'm probably going to crack Relic this turn. But I think this is kind of like a path. So let's see. Got your counter magic. See if I have to go digging for a Pyroblast here. We won the match. Cool. Won the die roll. We get to play first. Tripping me out. This is Ultra Super Bob's avatar. Okay, well, a little bit of a slow hand. We don't need red mana. We've got a lot of Karus. I'd like to hit Cortazar on time, so go get white mana, followed by going to get blue mana. No. 1 and 2. You? Are you 4-0 right now? Oh, they might be wanting to split. Okay. But I'm not all about that life. I am going to keep this. I think it's good enough to keep, but I think it's a little sketchy, or it's a little weird. Oh, man. I'd love to throw it, but I'm making a YouTube series. Gotta give it my all. GLHF. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I hope Gasparado. I'm hoping for them. At least it's a happy story if even if we do lose here. They have a YouTube channel too. Daggers. Subs after game? Heck yeah. I'm any new province. There's Lava Runner. Okay. All right. I see how this is going to go. So we'll go get white mana. Guys, just don't mind me. I'm just doing a little bit of networking. I hope you don't mind. Every sub counts. I'm gonna go sub to this guy. Just a sec. Hold up. So what are they? So they're just Gasparado MTG? Alright. You got it, Gasparado. Here comes your sub, man. So if you see this, you know I'm honest. I might not be handing you the 5-0, but I am going to hand you the sub, my dude. Gasparado MTG. Let's see if I found him. Nice, cool. Slammed it. There you go, man. Subbed away. I'm still going to go get white mana here. I think us getting down Lone Missionary or needing to journey one of their creatures is important. So we'll do that. Hopefully this game doesn't go super long and I lose because I subbed to him on YouTube, but it is what it is. All right, opponent. Thank you. That was fun. They're already subscribed. I hope you guys don't mind me talking to the chat. I have a good time with it. So we have lots of ways to find the rest of our mana. Yeah, Burton Bullet. Oh yeah, no, get into Pauper, man. You can play all the Pauper decks with like pretty much anything, like one modern mana base. Like I've only been like actively trying to buy net decks for like a year, and I have the Pauper meta. So the plan is here. So I will trade Lone Missionary with Lava Runner. And if they play like Thermal Alchemist, then I'll go fetch my So I'll go get my blue mana so that we can get Cortazar on time. And journey the Thermal Alchemist. And next turn I kind of want to run out Palace Sentinels, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Ooh, cool. Are you on Propaganda's list? They got a cool list, man. Oh, dang it. Opponent. Quit it with the Thermo boys. So unfortunately, this is going to be kind of an awkward turn. We got to get rid of that. Toot sweet. So we're going to Flame Slash it straight away. Pass the turn. Next turn, we'll play our Palace Sentinels. Unless they play a Lava Runner here. I guess they could... Well, their graveyard is just creatures, so... Ice Age through Odyssey, and then a bit here and there. But it's been a long time, and just started Pauper a few weeks ago. Cool. Well, welcome to the format. I hope you're enjoying yourself. It's a ton of fun. I like your mono green deck, straight up. I think it's really cool. So Firebolt the Lava Runner. We're basically just trying to get our board to a position where we're comfortable casting a Palace Sentinels, and we'll go ahead and just try to steamroll it. There is tons of powerful cards. I think mono green can't play Flame Jab. Pauper with the burns, man, with the burns. All right, so I think we just want to hit our land here. Maybe we'll take Flame Slash even. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough. They could play another creature. I think I'm gonna take Flame Slash. In a game this slow, with Lone Missionaries and things like that, their creatures are the most dangerous things because they can kill us over time. It would obviously be unfortunate if they got like a Curse of the Bloody Tome down or something like that, but that was a tough choice though. I know we're gonna run into more creature interaction, but these next few turns matter a lot. What's this? Frig. Or Curse of the Pure Start, I should have said. So the unfortunate circumstance happened. Oh, we still drew a Muldrifter, so that's pretty rad. Play Palace Sentinels, and we're just gonna try to find some Skyfishers now to recur our Lone Missionaries. Serrated Arrow's not going to do anything here. And at this point, I don't know if we can just tap out. Checkminster. Welcome to the Jank Bank, man. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself tonight. I hope you're enjoying the Jeskai control. Our opponent's on a fast deck. So we got to really hope our core Skyfishers and Lone Missionaries can dig us out of this one. Faithless Looting. Okay, so I know I'm playing Lone Missionary, so let's Faithless Looting. We could get rid of this Flame Slash and these Serrated Arrows. That wasn't really what I was looking for. Happy to find a land drop to play this Muldrifter. And we can't attack yet because Burn becoming the Monarch is pretty much game over. Deluxe and I have been waging Pauper War for 10 years, no doubt. So you have some deserved jabs then. Oh man. They're getting us with these curses, man. Let's see if they can close it out before we can. Yeah, we're just gonna drift away here. No main deck Pyroblast. Come on. And we're pretty good around any kind of removal magic. I think at this point I'm gonna loot and just try to find a core Skyfisher to return this Lone Missionary. I'm okay getting rid of a couple of lands here. I think we're okay where we are. We can Cortazar into a... We can Cortazar into a core Skyfisher if we want to. It might be wrong to not attack with everything. Like, I think we're to the point... Yeah, okay, so we should be good. I think our follow-ups are strong enough. All right, come on. Skyfishers, let's go. It is really fun. It's fun. It's interesting. Yeah, I've had a blast with it so far. So let's Cortazar. Try to find us a core Skyfisher. And this does free us up to continue attacking with some more stuff, which is nice. Come on. Oh, it's another lone missionary. That's arguably better. So we'll play missionary. And we'll bounce our Ash Barons. Gain some more life. Bounce our Ash Barons. Now we can attack with all of our creatures. Sure. Yeah, go. Absolutely. Get it in here, man. I don't know how to pronounce it. Your own name. You got me. Just need to retrace Marasa with Macabre. Oh, that's interesting. Going to go for paper for that, and I don't know what the local meta is like yet. Yeah, that definitely, I could definitely see that making it a lot harder for building a control deck. So we'll get more white mana. I think that's what we're gonna need. We're just looking for Skyfishers and missionaries. We don't have any missionaries left, so we'll go to combat. No reason not to just swing out here. I think we got it. Borrowed from Acid Trip a bit. Well, like that's, I think some people compared it to that when the results were first posted. I think people were comparing it to that. All right, so I think it's pretty academic at this point. So we got a Skyfisher back, a Lone Missionary. Replay Lone Missionary. And I'll try to Seagate Oracle. We won. Sick. Okay, so what do you guys think? This is interesting to me. So Prismatic Strands, is it a trap against burn? But just met people and played a few games with these welcome decks. Oh, cool. So you're like brand new. Closer to Blade Hawk Trinket with red spell bombs. Propaganda, you're going deep. I thought I was I guess yeah, it's not really that close to Acid Trip. I think it's kind of a new beast. I think we're really leveraging the potential of Cortazar. I think we can bring in Sanctifiers. They're a threat. I think they're better than probably like Firebolts or something. Oh yeah, no, Lover. That is it, bud. That is it. And so yeah, so I think I could go down like -1 arrow for Sanctifiers. Yep. And Standard Bearer. Is that a trap? Standard Bearer against burn? It hits a creature not our face. But what will we take out, right? Things that are slow. I feel like all of this removal isn't necessary, but you want it when you want it. Those early turns, you gotta kill those creatures. 10+ years of past experience, but I haven't played since 04 or 05. Oh, cool, okay. Yeah, me neither, Robert. I think that's the toughest one. I think we want Flame Slashes probably even more than like Firebolts. I don't really know what will be coming out. These are still good. I think they must not be on. They're probably on Firebrand Archers too, actually, because I don't think we'd see. Are people on just Lava Runner, Thermal Alchemist decks? I guess they're on all kinds of weird iterations of it. Oh, you lost your collection. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Lava Runner Alchemist is the meta. So Firebolts are going to be good. Not better than Lightning Bolts, though. I could go down a Firebolt for a Standard Bearer, and I think I could stand to go down. I think Lootings are too good. Because we're digging for Skyfisher Missionary all the time. Yeah, no, you're right. Like, we probably don't need this many Drifters. Okay. But at that, yeah, that was tough. That was the tank. Awkward Hand is awkward, but go get red mana. If we have to use it, we will. And then go get white mana. Hopefully find our way to Palace Sentinels. We can remove their important creatures early. We can even deal with a curse. I don't know. I don't think so. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Talaz Whis. Welcome to the Jank Bank. Welcome to the Jeskai Control stream. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I'm going to. Yeah. It is slow. You got me there. And I don't know how slow you want to be against burn, but... Alright. Let's see. Opponent not on turn 1 plays, so that's good news for us. It might not mean these Firebolts do anything, but I guess we'll find out. So, pass the turn. I bet it means... So if Thermal Alchemist comes down, I've got to go get white first. Yeah. Okay, so let's go get white. This is going to be awkward for a second. No, another Evolving Wilds is good. So we'll play Ash Barrens, Journey the Alchemist, and we'll go get our blue mana with this. Could get touch and go here for a minute. But I'm glad to have these regardless, really. Opponent flooding out a little bit. Molten Rain! You never. Alright, well, we've definitely got the goodness versus Molten Rain here. I'm not going to fetch out my other planes until I need it. I'm going to go get red mana so that we can Firebolt down some other creatures if we have to. Ooh. Do nothing for 3 turns. Molten Rain definitely sets me back. I'm pretty happy that our opponent is flooding out a bit. Alright, so Island isn't what I'm looking for here. Island's what I'll be looking for next turn. Sure wish I got that plains. Alright, so I'll pass the turn here. I think we will go get plains now. We will Skyfisher back Ash Barrens, get an island, and trust in the Drifter. I don't think we're in Firebolt City yet. But if it... Ooh, they're flooding out bad. This is not what you expect out of burn. They could be holding Searing Blazes, actually. So if they're holding Searing Blaze... I don't think we have an option but to Skyfisher back Ash Barrens for blue mana here. That's an option. I'd rather this eat a Searing Blaze than this. But they could do it in response. No, they couldn't. Okay, so that's... but I need that blue mana. Okay, so no, we're gonna pick up the Ash Barrens. I could just as badly need white mana, but I think blue's okay here because if they aren't on an incidental extra Molten Rain because of their sideboard, we might have an option to evoke a Muldrifter next turn. We get Pal Sentinels down next turn just off an untap land. I think we'll be okay. This is I probably should have gotten punished for my slow start. They're flooding out like crazy for a burn deck. I'm actually going to Faithless Looting here because we're probably going to want to play Standard Bearer and protect our threat. Journey isn't something we're really interested in. I probably want one Journey over one of these Firebolts, actually. And I think I'd rather Sanctifier over maybe even Muldrifter, where we're going to be Cortusaring next turn for an untapped land, play Palace Sentinels, we'll find another one. Then again, these Firebolts aren't really doing anything besides closing out the game, so I'll just pitch those Firebolts. We can still get some value out of them. We'll play Standard Bearer. No problem, Lover. Thank you for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Have a great night. They're going to bolt the Standard Bearer. We'll get in with Skyfisher. Pass the turn. Okay, let's see what they've got. Thermal Alchemist. All right. Well, we're going to take care of that again straight away. These are the things that matter. So, oh, man. Talk about things I would have loved to pitch to Faithless Looting. So we'll go ahead and Journey the Alchemist and hopefully find a window to cast our Cortazar next turn. Get in, Fisher. Get in. Nice. They're at 16. Yeah, this was like one of the most awkward burn draws I think I've ever seen. There goes a Rift Bolt. Ooh. So... No, I think it's definitely Cortazar looking for untap land. Or land at all. So Cortazar will enter. We get to keep it. It's ours forever. And I'll also take a Lone Missionary if I just happen into one of those. We'll take Evolving Wilds. Play that out. Go to combat. Attack with Fisher. We can't search up another white mana, so that is precarious as old frig. But we'll go get some blue mana. It shouldn't be too tough to evoke this Muldrifter when it matters. I'm really enjoying this low latency streaming with you guys as well. I feel like we're very interactive tonight. I'm definitely enjoying it. All right, take 3 off your Rift Bolt. They got 3 cards in hand. I've seen Burn kill with 5 lands and 3 spells. 4 spells, holy crap. Being burnt out, intensifying. I can't imagine what kind of gas they must have. Yep, Rift Bolt. Leaving a Prismatic Strands next turn, maybe not the worst idea. So we'll get an island, pass. Cortazar. Yeah, so I'm going to Skyfisher back on land, leave up Prismatic Strands. We'll cast it when Riftbolt goes on the stack. That should do us some favors. Yeah, man. Facebook stream. That's really interesting. Like the sounds of that, man. All right, let's pick up the planes, replay the planes, leave up our Prismatic Strands, and hopefully our opponent can't do it this turn. So we're going to wait for them to cast it. It kind of doesn't matter. We could just do it now, but... All right, so here comes. We will Prismatic Strands on red. So that's going to tie them up for this turn, and we should be able to close it out in a couple seconds. We can now commit our Palace Sentinels next turn to hopefully draw us into a... Lone Missionary. At which point, if we draw untap land, then we should just try to Cortazar into a land. Or into a Lone Missionary. Nope. Okay, so we're going to go to combat, attack, play out our Palace Sentinels. They shouldn't have any instant speed removal for it, so we should be able to use it to flashback our Prismatic Strands on their turn. I think. Pretty sure. I don't know, like kill this, Fire Blast this, Lava Runner us. There's ways out. But that was it was tough to keep up with those 1-800 type plays that whole time, guys. I'm pretty sure I played excellently against Burn. I'm going to lose now that I said that, but I still feel like I played pretty well against Burn. So they're at 6. We've got Lethal on board. It'll be the first Burn spell. I'll flash back Prismatic Strands, and whatever they can't cast at instant speed should spell their demise. And tapping out. Tap, concede. Fire Blast, Hardcast. Okay. So we'll cast this with flashback. They're going to need a heck of a lot of burn. Like 3 Fire Blasts still doesn't do it. Yep. And additional Fire Blasts. Here we go to 1. This is the first and only time in my life where my opponent will have drawn all the Fire Blasts and I still win. So that's great. This is really awkward. But I am going to keep it. Missionary, we can go get blue with this. Our mana is okay. It's not ideal. We're going to be discarding the hand size, but it's going to be Swirling Sand or Firebolt. And oh, this is going to be... I'm glad I'm discarding the hand size now. Let's hit this Wrath on time, huh, gang? This is going to be all about filling that graveyard. Oh, dang it. Why? Well, now I'm not going to pitch Firebolt to hand size opponent. I hope you're proud of yourself. Untap Red Source. Let's go. You feel that? You feel that, guys? Because that's the clutch right there. Firebolt the Vault Scourge. Problem solved. Pass. So we'll go get blue source next turn, bounce our mountain with Boros Garrison, make our way up to 5 mana to flash this back on something, and hopefully that'll kind of carry us through. Queer Ranger, so they're stuck on lands a little bit. Might make this kind of worse. This will get in the way of their Solana Ledgewalkers. Replays a land. Imagine there's F6 without replaying that. Ooh, the Vanilla Skargan Pit Skulk. Well, that is a way to progress us towards Swirling Sandstorm on time. Which means next turn will be the turn to cast it, so it's going to be Lone Missionary Faithless Looting next turn. So probably keep that in mind. So we'll go get our blue mana. Oh yeah. Because this is a great blocker. We really would love to just hit this on 4. Like, that would be a dream. So we're going to progress in that direction. Even pitching creatures to do it. Well, let's hope they just, like, dump their hand with no regard for the future or what it holds. And that this is just a massive blowout. I think Cortazar could go a long way in that effort. But I also don't think I should just hold this forever, waiting for an opportunity to cast it properly. Rancor the Pit Skulk. Sure. Here comes my opponent not overextending into a Swirling Sandstorm. In they come. Yep. There's kind of an argument to be made to just like try to get value out of this Firebolt for a minute, but I still think the play next turn is Lone Missionary. Fatal Saluting. Sure. Opponent showing us the Vigilance mode of Quirion Ranger. They get up to 3 creatures. That's going to be that. We're going to see the snapped offest Swirling Sandstorm in the world. Okay, so yeah, so Lone Missionary. Glad to have a Faithful Saluting here to pitch to this Faithful Saluting because I kind of like these spells where they are. Although casting another Faithful Saluting is probably a little integral to the plan. We're going to get a little greedy with pitching. Okay, Firebolt. Firebolt's a really good way to get them to overextend. It's going to be 3. Yeah, actually, so, okay, so this is how this is going to go. I know this is sketchy. So we're pitching Muldrifter. We're going to Firebolt this Pit Skulk, try to get them to overextend into the board over the next couple of turns as they draw more lands. And then Swirling Sandstorm should get us there. I think we've got a good cushion with the Skyfisher Lone Missionary stuff going on here. I even remember they art for Rancor. Oh, it's such a good card, man. At first I was like, why is this so expensive? And then I started playing more often, and I was like, that's why it's so expensive. You can't play another land opponent. It's not how that works. So I'm getting a pretty strong read on Elephant Guide here. BTE, yep. That's okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's iconic. Man, I just abused this card too. Hunger. Wow. That's an aggressive Hunger. Okay. It's going to be a really good Swirling Sandstorm. Even with broken cards. Yeah. No trades here. Because next turn, that still wouldn't put us up to enough cards in graveyard to cast our Swirling Sandstorm. So this turn is going to be Firebolt the Pit Skulk and play a Cortazar as a blocker. I might have a Mutagenic Growth here or something like that. That'd be pretty bad. But I feel like we can do this. So OP's a bit suspicious. I'm not worried about it. Maybe this isn't Cortazar. Maybe this is Core Skyfisher picking up Lone Missionary. It definitely is. So Skyfisher picking up Missionary. Ooh, actually, no, that was not correct because we kind of need to block with this next turn. I guess recurring it is still, like, that's almost better. Yeah, with this board, we're in no hurry to do that. We can block with Skyfisher. It's not the end of the world. And whenever, I don't think they're being that suspicious. They only have 1 land to work with. And I'm on low latency streaming, man. You want to ghost me? Ghost away. That's the life we're living now. Here they come. The beats. The beats stay rocky. Just get more cards out of your hand. Make this better for me. Ideally. So creature here would be great, obviously. Just Rancoring up. Oh, dang it. Not that one. And they're going to return a forest. So 3 cards in hand. One of them is a Rancor. One of them is a forest. They've got an unknown. This isn't going to kill all the things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we flashback Firebolt, we go back down to 6 cards in graveyard. Yeah, it's not a big deal though. Like, I think if we Firebolt this down, they attack us for 4, we go to 9. They can't kill us with, yeah. That's a little skeptical though. I gotta make more vids. Ooh, you're doing some Zuberang. Enjoy. Then again, it could be like Cortazar Lone Missionary. Like, I don't feel like they're going to find mana to... No, man, this is tough. Okay, so let's Firebolt this and just hope they overextend a little bit next turn. I don't know that they will, but we'll see. Because we can Faithless Looting and Lone Missionary. Lone Missionary gains us some life, provides another blocker for Querying Ranger. We just gotta grind, man. We just gotta grind so hard. So keeping in mind I only have 6 cards in my graveyard right now. Journey, okay. That might change my plans a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna Cortazar, and I'm gonna Journey this Querying Ranger. The way this works out, it's not the end of the world if they do hit us with a like pump spell or something like that. We want something in our graveyard next turn. So this is going to kind of ensure that happens. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's time to start drifting. Yeah. Made that awkward for sure. Okay, so we'll Journey this Querying Ranger. I think it's going to tie up their mana, placing a Rancor on this, and we'll still get in the way of it with Cortazar, and then we should still be able to Sandstorm whatever they do manage to assemble with a good number of creatures in hand. So they do unfortunately get their Rancor back. Yeah, I love Flash, man. Flash is cool AF. Ooh, they did get up to Elephant Guide mana. That's awkward. Okay. So they're going to get a 3/3 out of the deal. Not great. We still do have to block with Cortazar. It's okay because we're going to Sandstorm next turn anyway. I think, unless we find another answer for this. There isn't a... Yeah, there's not a lot to choose from. The coolest interaction I find is like the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The coolest interaction I find is when you use it with Mystical Teachings. I think that's so cool. Well, there's the mighty Ambush Viper. Yeah, that's true. We could ambush people with some Vipers. We're getting low on life here, gang. We're like Vines of the Vastwood dead here. So let's see if they found their Vines. Rancor, yep. And Kicking of Vines. Yep. No responses. It's pretty plausible that they have one. Just other creatures are also bad. Particularly that one. Okay. Yep, so we're going to be gaining life here for sure. And I think if we're gaining, well, I don't know, maybe Muldrifters will play. I think if we play Muldrifter, we die. So we'll play Lone Missionary, do some thinning. We're going to get red mana because if we draw into inexpensive removal spell... Oh, wait, no. We're going to get red mana because if we draw into inexpensive removal spells, we're going to want to play them. So we'll play red mana, play Cortazar, and hopefully we find a cheap red removal spell. I think it was correct not to kill this turn. Just another Swirling Sandstorm would be totally fun. Flame Slash is good. Journey's okay. Flame Slash kills this. We got flyers coming to block the Solana Ledgewalker. Okay, so let's just cross our fingers and hope we're not dead. How's that sound for you guys? We will be double blocking this Elephant Boy. Yep. So we go to combat. In comes Solana Ledgewalker. In doesn't come Solana Ledgewalker. Yep, they're all coming. Okay. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. So I think we might be able to sneak one out of this somehow. Yeah, so I like Deputy of Acquittals a lot more. I couldn't Journey the Elephant back then. I guess I could have like took Journey there. That's true. That's a good point. My plan was to Flame Slash this and then cast a Muldrifter to block the Solana Ledgewalker next turn after they cast the Rancor on it, just to make sure that we're not all the way dead. So we'll see what this is. BTE, yep. So we can still Flame Slash that, which is good. Yep, 1 red mana, 1 green mana, 1 card in hand. The grind continues. Another Lone Missionary is a very welcome draw, but we have to cast our flying blocker here. So Burning Tree Emissary eats that. We will cast a Muldrifter. Hopefully they don't have like Epic Confrontation or something here. And I gotta be wary about this Firebolt in the graveyard. That's probably gonna be important as soon as next turn. Alright, so here comes Drifty Boy. Draw a couple cards. See what we find. Land drop and another Lone Missionary is very, very welcome. Okay, so we're going to get to cast Missionary, Muldrifter next turn. Hopefully they don't find a way to get the Solana Ledgewalker big enough to just like sneak through and kill us. Epic Confrontation combined with another pump spell is my fear. And I kind of think Electricity might not be that bad for this deck in this matchup. Like, I think it's better than some stuff because we really need an answer for this. They're getting in. Okay. I trust you are getting in. Trades occur. I don't know that that was a good trade, but I guess we'll find out. We'll see what the follow-up is. Nettle Sentinel, sure. And Ranker up the Nettle Sentinel. 1 card in hand. They don't have any haste creatures, so this is probably going to be Flashback Firebolt on Nettle Sentinel. Cast Lone Missionary. Swirling Sandstorm. Good draws, guys. Good draws. So 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, so flash this back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess there's no reason to tap like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Firebolt, Nettle Sentinel. Vines isn't the end of the world either because we're going to gain some life here. Yep, Ranker goes back to their hand. We'll play a Lone Missionary. Hopefully we can start turning it around. Happy to have another Wrath. I can't help but feel a little behind here. I guess I have a lot more mana, but I feel like we're kind of struggling. They're at the will of the top of their deck, which is probably better for us than them. Very happy to find a Lightning Bolt. All right, corner turned, I think. Don't want to be too confident about it. So we should drift first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Lone Missionary will leave up Lightning Bolt for the next thing they try to Ranker. Maybe you can deal with that, and that should do it, I think. Still has tutor targets, man. Feeling spoiled. Play Lone Missionary, gain some more life. Pass turn. All right, what do you got, opponent? Creatures? Anything? Nest Invader, sure. And Ranker up your boy. Hunger the Howl Pack kind of sucks here, but like we have the Journey as a contingency to that, so it's not a big deal. We dealt with the Ranker. Okay, I think we're kind of swinging for the fences here now, especially with the Swirling Sandstorm in hand. Ooh, they just have another Ranker. Okay. So we'll go get our white mana. I will Journey this Eldrazi spawn. The Ranker will go back to their hand, but whatever, it is what it is. And then they just have nothing going on. And we might pick up a Skyfisher someday for this Journey. That Faithless Looting, not going to get cast for Journey to Nowhere. But if it might pick up a Swirling Sandstorm someday. Getting a little awkward with them in the later game because we don't, like, we use a lot of our mana. Like, I think I used all of my mana last turn. And we'll attack with everything and just pass. If I do draw a land, I'll be snapping this off. Opponent doesn't draw anything. There we go. Oh, we won. Cool. All right, Stompy. Serrated Arrow's probably pretty good. Electricity, oh, Standard Bearer. Yep. Standard Bearer comes in. Prismatic Strands comes in. So yeah, so I don't think that we're on the Electricity plan. I don't think Serrated Arrows is actually that great either. I think it's a little bit too slow. Swirling Sandstorms are obviously awesome. 1, What's too slow? Palace Sentinel's probably not guaranteed all the time. I do like Palace Sentinels in these matchups, though. I actually find them quite good. Faithless Lootings, we saw there that we didn't cast that many of them. We're not digging for anything really specific. Our deck is just really good against them. Oh yeah, corner firmly turned. Thanks, Kirk. I appreciate that, man. So I'm cool going down a couple of lootings. I don't know if... I don't think we go down the Momentary Blink. Maybe we go down one Drifter and try it like that. There could be an argument for Sanctifiers as well, for like Elephant Guide and things like that, but I think we're in good shape with what we've got. Seagate Oracle could be anything, right? Yeah. We got Lone Missionary. We bounced this enough times. These are decent blockers. Because this can still get in the way of a Skargan Pit Skulk with a counter on it. But it's stompy on the play. So if we don't find Prismatic Strands and a lot of them in short order, or Standard Bearer off the top here are pretty rad. Just give it to me once. Yeah, that's pretty rad too. Pretty good reason to just play out a mountain. Deluxikov with the play of the night. Lone Missionary looking a lot like Billy Idol. I agree. For a Rancor wedding. Just rancor the friggin' Vault Scourge, dude. Maybe they know the wilds or the bolt's coming. But whatever puts them off their plan for a second, that's cool. I like leaving this up. Not Burning Tree. Emissary. Riverboa. Okay. What's more of a problem? Probably Riverboa. Because I'm going to want to go get... I could just never get an island, and it's not that big of a deal, but it's always going to stick around. So let's bolt this right now. I would have liked to get this Pit Skulk, or this Vault Scourge, but we should be able to find our answers to it eventually. Okay, so... a little bit awkward here, but we're going to play Chancery. Pick up our Mountain, because we're going to have to play with Seagate Oracle and start looking for some of our sideboard cards. And top decking Chancery because top decking a Cortazar is possible. Land Elephant Guide would be a pretty huge bummer. You got it, bruh. So we gotta find one of those journeys 100 years ago, basically. Flame Slash, yeah, not too bad. So I am gonna do that here. So we'll Flame Slash this and play it a Lone Missionary. It doesn't block the elephant yet, but we may find a thing that does. Play a Lone Missionary, pass the turn. Next turn it'll be Seagate Oracle, bounce land, and then we should have a formidable enough board to get in the way of an elephant. That was a guide. This guy looks like a good tour guide, you know? He's just out here pulling trees out of the ground. He's like, hey man, I thought you wanted to go see something very scenic. It's over on the other side of the jungle. Ah, dang it, there's some trees in the way. And then he just nabs those trees, gets rid of them. Just takes care of them. No worries about the trees. Yep, so we have to take 5 here, unfortunately. Seagate Oracle is going to help us out next turn. Pit Skulks, not a good scene here, but they only have 2 cards in hand, so... Or like he's knocking the tree on top of you. Bad guide, bad. That company must be going under, man. Riverboa, not fantastic. We just won't fetch any islands. That's not tough. So turn comes back to us. More missionaries. Okay. So this will go get a plains. We will cast our Seagate Oracle to get in the way of this elephant collectively. And Swirling Sandstorm. Sweet. All right. So yeah, hopefully our opponent plays another creature and we get to Swirling Sandstorm, kind of blow them out. And hopefully they don't find a pump spell to somehow save this. But it'd be really cool if they like overcommitted when we get to Sandstorm. Yep, Stompy gonna stomp, so we'll get in the way of the elephant. Oh no, oh you're right, not even close. I guess we're getting there. That's a good point. Thank goodness this doesn't have first strike, huh? Yep. So damage goes through. We're going to take a good chunk. Down to 9. What would we have to hit? We can't hit anything to turn it on right now. So Rancor comes back down. Ooh, okay. So we're not dead next turn. We're going to get white mana to play out these missionaries, make some questionable blocks, and then we can sandstorm their board away. Yep, opponent hellbent again. Oh man, would be sweet if it was online, but it's not. Let's go get a plains. Just being very wary not to be getting islands here. Core Sky Fishery, that's a good draw too. So we will Lone Missionary, gain some life. Lone Missionary, gain some life. Play a Boiler Works. No, because we don't want to pick up our white sword, or we don't want to pick up red or white. So we'll play at our garrison, pick up Mountain, and we have 6 mana next turn, so we can pick up the Lone Missionary with Core Skyfisher and then Swirling Sandstorm, which should be pretty good. The only condition that has to happen is that both of these die. They might get to keep the River Boa. It's a little unfortunate. But hey, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll play a creature. They'll save it in combat, play a 2-drop. Here they come. The dorks are really rolling. Can I hit with both of these? No, that doesn't work that way. There would have to be first strike involved. Right? Yeah, because damage happens simultaneously. So I guess we'll kill BT. Yeah, and just hope to kind of like screw them on mana a little bit here. Oh, are they going to? Yeah, okay. Oh, that they both die. You're right. You're right, though. Tap out. Do it. Play a creature. Come on. We're still in kind of rough shape with this River Boa. Yep. It looks like it's still going to have to be Sandstorm time. And we'll just eventually have to find an answer for this. Drawing another land there. Pretty bad. So we'll play a land. I guess we could wait one more turn. I feel like they have a pump spell. It kills this and this. It trades for a Nest Invader. There's no reason to let this live, is what I'm saying. I guess we can wait a turn. We can wait a turn, because if we can find like 1 mana removal to point at this, it could leverage a little bit better. We might be taking 4 from this, but yeah, I think waiting a turn is okay. All right, so we'll pass the turn. No Sandstorm today. And yeah, hopefully they don't have lethal. Hopefully they don't draw like another Rancor, Elephant Guide, something crazy like that. I do hope they tap a lot of their mana, though. I'm going to block this, probably. So at the very least, they have to spend mana doing shit. Oh, excuse me, doing things. Things and stuff. Okay. Cool. We're going to take 7 down to 5. So we have to find 1 mana red removal here, basically. And I feel like they're sandbagging a creature, too. Journey also helps a lot. Yep. Faithless Looting. Yeah, we need untapped red mana. So we'll Faithless Looting. Sucks to pitch Cruise while we're developing our mana base, but is what it is. Journey, yes! Alright, so let's pitch a couple Karus. Journey to Nowhere. The River Boa. Play a Core Skyfisher. And hope they don't have, like, Pump for Lethal here. We can try to get some value out of Swirling Sandstorm next turn. Ugh. Okay. Skyfisher. Pick up. I can even pick up, like, Journey. No. Do not pick up Journey to Nowhere. Jeez. We were almost in Punt City there for a second, gang. And we'll pass. Let's see what our opponent's got. Rancor, unknown in hand. But like I said, I believe they're sandbagging a creature. They could just have another epic confrontation, which I think might be game. Yep. And let's see. Serving with Nest Invader. I have to I'm dead. I'm dead to so much stuff here. I don't even think I block. Right? I'm dead to unkicked Hunger of the Howl Pack, I guess. So, unfortunately, we're going to put Skyfisher in the way. And then we're going to cast the closest impression I've ever seen of a Wrath of God. Hopefully they rancor this up now. Or just play another creature. That'd be sweet. Okay. Rancor Unknown in hand. Yep. Okay, so just Unknown in hand. We're really hoping the Sandstorm goes the distance. Great, deck. Just ship me a bunch more lands. That's cool, dude. So we can fetch a mountain with this while still not turning on any kind of shenanigans. So we'll Swirling Sandstorm, get a Wrath. Yep. And plan to flashback Faithful Saluting next turn. I don't know, Waltzmark. They were holding an Unknown in hand. They have a Rancor. Yeah. So Korean Ranger Rancor can still go all the way here. I mean, we have lots of removal. We just have to find it, and we're going to get a Faithful Saluting aside to see if we can't. So go get a mountain. Deck nice and thin. Lots of removal in there. Blockers also help a lot. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so flashback Faithful Saluting. We'll leave up all of our mana, all of our colors. So we'll flashback Faithful Saluting. I mean, Vines of the Vastwood might do it anyway. We'll pitch this. It's not doing anything. We'll keep our red mana. We'll play Seagate Oracle. Happy to not be dead to an unkicked Vines of the Vastwood here. Standard Bearer is pretty good. It's not really what I was looking for right this second, but it's pretty good. And I'll hold on to that mountain for now. All right, tension intensifies. Yep, here comes combat. Here comes Green Ranger. We will, of course, block. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. And what's this? Kicked Vines. Okay, so they're gonna deal 4 and we die. Thanks, Propaganda. Thank you very much, Deluxe. I appreciate it. One turn. If we would have found a removal spell, I'm gonna peek. Island. All right. So they probably would have had us, but Firebolt a couple of spells down. I think we're good on what we have. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for staying. I appreciate it. I'm still going. Yeah, I'm really glad you stuck around. Seriously. Do you guys think we made any mistakes in sideboarding? Do you think we missed out on anything? I don't think so. I think Serrated Arrows is fine enough, but I still think it's too slow. I think Prismatic Strands is definitely better. We want our Sandstorms, we want our Journeys, we want our Big Bud blockers, our Missionaries, our Blinks. I think we want everything here. So yeah, let's just hope we don't get stomped again. We're on the play this time. That's a pretty big advantage. I think, especially against this deck. Probably goes without saying, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, man. So I had it on the Reddit. Oh, okay. So remove their first creature feels good. Cortazars are great blockers. No Venue to white mana as it stands. But I think just on the back of this many Hazars, finding us exactly what we need, this is good enough. I am going to go get red mana because I feel like they're going to play a Vault Scourge or something we can't block with this. Well, actually, I can figure it out, so we'll see what they play. If they play something easily blocked by Cortazar, I might just go get white mana here. No, I think... Yeah, okay, so that's not a big deal, really. Unless they're choked on mana. Ooh, I could get them. I could get them here. This reads to me like they're choked on mana. So, let's play that way. And maybe we'll draw white mana. There we go. Drew white mana. White mana we can't get right now. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, so Fireball Query Ranger, play an island, and pass the turn. We'll go get our white mana with Ash Barrens. We can play a Cortazar, which is a pretty great blocker. And also a second Cortazar would also be a great blocker. They found their mana, it turns out. I think we were tricked. I think we got tricked. I'm happy to just see a Quirion Ranger here. I don't know if they're hoping for kind of punishing us with a Vines or something. We're going to tap out, unless I find Lightning Bolt or something. If I find Lightning Bolt, I might leave it up to try to punish them on an Elephant Guide. Equally, if I find like a... Nope, just land. Okay. All of that speculation for nothing. Interaction. Interaction. And like making special note that this can be this sometimes. But I actually do think we want the other Firebolt here. So I'm gonna take that and we'll pass the turn. I think it just hedges against more. It allows us to play another Cortazar next turn. We can do this and then we'll be I guess we won't be up to Muldrifter mana if we do it that way, but they don't have great attacks here. We can attack with this Cortazar if they rank this up. They have access to 3 mana. Hey, well, what's up, Crimzone? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to Janku Banku. We are trying to not get stomped. Very avid about the not being stomped things. I'm going to leave Quirion Ranger around. I know it's like they already have access to 3 mana to Elephant Guide this up. But killing something with, well, never mind. I found the target. It would be unfortunate if they had... Hey, what's up, Degenerate Game Geek? Welcome. Come on in, man. Come on in. Janku Banku is here for you. So we're going to Firebolt this and play another Cortazar. I know it takes us off recasting the Firebolts. I might take Untap Land with this if I find it. Uh-oh. What? What did I do? What did I do? Was it the way I said Janku Banku? Did I say something offensive without knowing it? Typical me. Yeah, cool. Lone Missionary is cool. It's a little awkward, but... I guess we can Skyfisher back a land and play another Cortazar next turn. That seems better. I'm going to do that. Alright. And I know that Prismatic Strands is crazy here, but I think we've got a second. Playing out more blockers seems good. Especially ones with butts this big. From the Gary Shanding show? Oh, is that? Oh, hey now. You got me struck. And Howard Stern. That boy. That Stern boy. Is this a number of rankers? 3 cards in my opponent's hand. They're deftly playing around Swirling Sandstorm here. Ooh, is this going to be Elephant Guide? That's trouble. Oh yeah. It's really not. It's interesting too. I've really enjoyed playing this deck tonight. I think that could have gone better for you. So are we gonna get baited hard here? No reason to double block. I don't really think there's any reason to do anything about this. We might find a Lightning Bolt, so I don't even know if we're gonna Skyfisher after we Cortazar here. Kick Vines. It's often the suggestion of Stompy Pilots is to just get that damage in while you can. I feel like they really should have sacked here. I don't see the benefit of not doing so. Evolving Wilds. Great. So another Cortazar will come down. I'm looking for a Lightning Bolt here. I feel like Lightning Bolt on this is just so good that it's worth it. FC up when you type it. It's trying to tell you. It's like, take your time, enjoy the English language and all that it means, you know. Come on, 1 mana removal spell that can kill a Nest Invader. Dang it. This does open us up to some Lone Missionary Core Skyfisher shenanigans, though, which I appreciate. But next turn, we're actually probably just flashing this back on whatever they put the ranker on. After we triple block this bad boy. So if that's the case, let's line ourselves up to... yeah, let's line ourselves up to do that and possibly cast another 1 mana red removal spell. Hopefully it works out. Was a rogue deck. Dude, this is like... This isn't even... This is serious. My goodness, these have been some long games, gang. Yep. Elephant guides? Don't. That's nasty. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Ugh. Yup. So now we really need a Journey to Nowhere. We're in chump block territory. Yeah. So let's chump this. It's got 6 toughness now, so we'll take 5 down to 8. So that we don't die. Well, they can't kick vines here anyway. So I actually think we're going to go to 3 here. Ooh, they could hunger? Yeah, no. Yeah. So we don't want another Hunger of the Howl Pack coming in and blowing us out. So let's not go down where that will kill us. Yep, we're at 6. And this Muldrifter is going to have to pay lots and lots and lots of dividends. Like, find me a Journey to Nowhere off the top of my library dividends. Nope, okay. Oh, it can't even find Journey. Oh man, this is a bad spot, guys. This is a bad spot. Can I get us up to 6 power on board? I can. No, I can't. Ugh. I can Skyfisher back Plains, replay Plains. I could evoke. Yeah. Let's evoke Muldrifter. I think this is what we have to do. Muldrifter, you heard me. You heard me from a distance that I needed these journeys. So hopefully this resolves. I feel like they've got a vines coming, but that was clutch, Drifty Boy. Thank you. Oh, yes. Okay. Stabilize. So we'll go get some more white mana with this. Oh, I should have attacked. Ugh. Let's not lose this game by 2. Please. Incubator? What? Oh, what is an incubator? Yeah, I think, yeah, like Trinket could have gone and got like Azure Spellbomb. Is that what it is? Azure Spellbomb bounced the creature with the elephant guide on it. See if our opponent wants to attack. We will start attacking because that was a mistake not to earlier. BTE. Okay, sure. That will eat a flashback. Firebolt. Yep, add some mana. Yep. No problem. Well, I guess like kind of a problem. Name a creature type and they cost 2 less. Oof. That sounds really good. Alright. Get a Plains. Still not dead to Kicked Vines. Because we can flashback a Firebolt, play a Lone Missionary, and then start looping Lone Missionaries. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Firebolt. BTE. Yep. No instant speed nonsense to be dealing with that. Play Lone Missionary. Voltaic Key. Cool. And get in for those attacks. We missed probably 2 easy points of damage last turn. So let's not lose this game by 2. And we'll pass. Firebolt is just such a beating against Stompy, huh? Alright, come on, opponent. Let's see what you got. Let's get it over with. It's been a slog. Not going to be taking any risks here. I'm going to double block this. I might triple block it. +4/+4. Right, that's what Vines does. Yep, so it puts it up to 5 toughness. So I'll double block, but not triple block. Would not mind having this around to gain a bit more life next turn. So there goes Querying Ranger by the look. combo and dragons. Oh, have you guys ever seen that video of Pat Chapin and Gabe Nassif playing the Dragonstorm mirror match? And he's like doing the whole variance thing, like trying to find the right card. All right, so this is problematic. We have to journey this. And if they have a vines, well, they can't cast anything. They're tapped out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flashback firebolt. And we can journey if they can mutagenic growth or something. They get Rancor back, not a big deal. We only have 1 island to tutor up. I don't think it's worth it. So we'll just play out this plains, go to combat, attack like this. Skyfisher back the missionary. I think we're almost home, team. We're halfway there. Our opponent's at 15. Or we're not halfway there, but we have killed a lot of their threats. They're going to have to continue finding them. We got a journey for the next one. It's a pretty good one. And no Rancor on that. Okay. An Azorius Chancery. That's not really what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to cast a Muldrifter. Getting this up to 3 power is real bad news for us. That's definitely a path to victory for them. We've still got mana up here where we can cast our journey. This might draw us into an untap land to do 2 things. I'm so glad more people don't play Soul Manipulation. That card is so good. You are correct, my friend. Yeah, so nothing super exciting with our draws there. So I think the play is Azorius Chancery back, Ash Barrens, and play Lone Missionary. Go to combat. They held the Rancor for some reason. I guess they just don't want to commit mana to something else. I don't think we don't attack with Cortazar here, though. With the insane Ignite Memories. Yeah! Oh my goodness, that video is so good, right? Yeah, our opponent won't block, so I kind of get a free point of damage there. Played a little Constructed during Time Spiral, borrowing a few friends' decks, and pre-released for fun. Basically haven't played seriously since Odyssey block. Well, welcome back, man. Yeah, Soul Manipulations with Muldrifters is something that makes me reconsider killing a Muldrifter ever. Alright, 3 unblockable damage, and you come. Can't kill us right now with that. They might have more Pit Skulks. That's a problem. But they're not far from just being dead either. Nest Invader doesn't really matter. You're back for real. Welcome back, for real. Hi, for real. I'm Dad. Got him. All right, so we're gonna deal. Oh yes. Okay, so yeah, I think we're pretty much closing it up here. So we'll play Standard Bearer. We'll get rid of the frig. I think I still want to do it. So we'll get rid of the Pit Skulk. I think that should seal the deal. I hope. I believe I tapped wrong back there somewhere. We'll play an island. I guess I had to play Standard Bearer. And I guess we go to combat first. So go to combat, swing with everything. We're going to play Skyfisher anyway. And if they want to trade Missionary with Nest Invader, then all the power to them. Does not appear they would like to trade. So we'll play Skyfisher, pick up Lone Missionary, and I hope that's it. They're at 5. We got a bunch of flyers. They can't target anything with Standard Bearer with their spells. Oh, with the Hurricane. I'm so sorry. I forgot about that. I should not have made a dad joke in the face of why you do that. Thank you, though, for the good luck you provided. GG's. WP's. Can't check my opponent's message. I'm sorry, opponent. Mulligan. Big time. Yep. Nope. This is going too. We've run 6 crew, yeah. Okay. We have Skyfisher. Now we need a white source. This is bad. This is really bad, guys. Kitchen table for the first few years. Cool. Yeah, I was... Oh, man, 10 or... I wish I would have done that. That's so sick. Do you have any... Ooh, Black Infect. That's a good idea. But even in the small town, we had a decent scene. Oh, that's so rad. Got to buy Urza's Saga when it's out. Oh. Oh. Did you sell them at $8 a piece, or did you hold on to them? Oh, good. Okay, so we'll go get white mana with this. Our opponent's on turn 1 preordained, snow covered. Can't imagine things are going to proceed well with us going so slow, but we'll take our beats. I'd like to preserve... So I'll play a Lone Missionary, hopefully find a Karoo to recur this. The Dark, no doubt. Our opponent doesn't provide us any fairies that we would like to get in the way of with, of course, Skyfisher, so we'll play a Lone Missionary, hoping to find a bounce land for this Ash Barrens. Opponent mismatched snow covers, so they might just be on a straight net deck scred. Scred list. Ice Age, hell yeah. My goodness, you guys are legit. Like, I feel like the amount of tenure you have is just bananas. Like, frig, I am not worthy. I'll definitely Journey to Nowhere any attacker that could help them get down a Ninja the Deep Hours. Maybe this is going to be like Ash Barrens, Island, Fairy Miscreant or something, but I'll still... Like, Ninja's just too good, especially where they could go find red mana and kill our Skyfisher that's going to try to get in the way of a fairy. Oh no, they hired someone like me. Yeah, I can only imagine, right? Because so they were printing stuff like Mox Amber and, like, you know, like they printed cost reduction mechanics like Delve. I was around for that. Like, I was around for people being shocked by that. All right, so we have to Skyfisher now. Skyfisher back. Yeah, so we'll Skyfisher back a land. Skyfisher back Ash Barrens. Play Evolving Wilds. Go get red mana, I believe. At least lootings. It's going to be awkward. A removal spell Ninja here is just terrible. I guess we can Journey it while they're down their counterspell, but we're on a mull to 5. We're on an upward battle here. No, Blablore. Oh, rip, man, rip. That's so brutal. Part of me is kind of happy that I didn't have one of those moments. I could see having one of those moments. Oh my goodness, it's going to be removal spell Ninja here. Yoy. The bad news bears have arrived. Ninjaing back an Augur is just raw. This is raw. My favorite deck back then. Oh, what was it? I've tried to get into some old school Magic just like historically. Like, I just watched old tournaments whenever they pop up. If you guys got those old school tournament resources, you let me know. All right, so opponent leaving up their hard counter. We'll see if they counter this Faithless Looting. I doubt they will. Go get red mana. They're probably expecting Monarch here. That's all right for later. It's all right to pitch to looting too. So let's loot. These are probably the two contenders to go. It's awkward that I might have to play this out to Journey this if they counter this, but it is what it is. That will be important later. So we'll pitch these two. We'll go get our blue mana. And we'll just deny them the chance to counterspell. Now, that could have been Spell Stutter Sprite. They might have like said, this is bait, I'm not going to Spell Stutter Sprite. So that could come down now. They could pick it up with Ninja. But it's a lot scarier to just let them do their thing with an Augur. Millstone. Oh, I've never heard of that. You just missed the sound effects. I think I must have heard of some of those. Oh, Blue Eye Control with Zern Orb. I've heard of that in Armageddon. I think I might have seen people play that in old school. DeMarcus to Warriors breaking news. NBA. Whoa. Thank you for getting in here, Propaganda. I am completely jaded about sports. So if you want to let people know about sports and get that going, I would really appreciate that, my dude. In 20 years, Pauper will be the most popular format on the planet, and Score Skyfishers will be $200. I will. I'll remember that. So this journey is going to try to eat this ninja in an attempt to resolve a serrated arrows later. If we tap out to cast Cortazar, they'll just counter it anyway. Oh, okay, cool. So this is going to help. So we'll Flame Slash this. We're almost guaranteed to eat some kind of counter magic here. We'll get the ninja off the board, we'll tie them up for a second, and maybe we'll get to resolve a serrated arrow someday. So here comes Spell Stutter Sprite. If they've got another ninja, then bad news, but... So we'll Journey. No days, one time. Journey the ninja. 2 cards in hand against the Delver deck. Pass the turn. Only a few glasses into your Rishidan Fort, huh? Ooh, baby. Get in there. Son is a big NBA fan. Okay, you don't want to get called out. Zurin Orb was? Ooh, nice. I'm kind of a big fan of new arts, but never ever print over that Rebecca Gay art. I'll come at ya. She's the bomb. All right, let's see what our opponent's all about. Tapping some mana. I'm just roasting in here. I'm 3-2, whatever. Maul to 5. I should just scoop. Opponent's gushing. Doing all this unfair stuff I was defending earlier. Millstone was the win in many control decks. Oh, Millstone is cool. I feel like the old Millstone. No, one of them. What? No, am I thinking Grindstone? I thought one of the Millstone cards had a really graphic art on it. Is it Millstone? Is it like a skull or something? I don't know. Can't remember. Mill cards just generally do. It's like people like doing those things. The new mill art is legit. I'm gonna have to check that out. Ooh, yeah, right. Okay, I have seen people play that. Our opponent just has this. They're gonna pick up this Augur Bolas with a ninja. The only way out here is if our opponent is on a bunch of blanks, we draw an untapped land, resolve the serrated arrows, and our opponent continues to draw blanks for a few hundred years. But I doubt that is going to happen. We've seen both of these. We haven't seen... yeah, we haven't seen hard counter yet. So they're on hard counter in hand. We'll play Cortazar. Don't expect it. They'll probably just let it resolve. Play Cortazar. I hope they hard counter it. Hard cast Daze. Feels bad, man. Yeah, okay. So counterspell's out of their hand. At least accountability is out the window. Maybe we'll resolve this next turn. Things will turn around. So you could balance for an Armageddon effect. Oh, and gain a bunch of life. That's nasty. That's nasty stuff right there. I don't like that. Augur of Bolas. Oh, yeah, he's getting us, man. I'm not entirely checked into this game. I feel like I'm doing about all that I can, but it's I don't even know if I want to show them this. Like, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If they start bringing in annuls, like, I think when they see this, they realize it's worth bringing in annul. Although they may still, because they might see this as some kind of, like, kitty deck that they want to hedge for. So, I think the annuls will be coming in anyway. I also do not think our opponent is on blanks, because they've been pondering and preordaining like friggin' maniacs over there. So here comes a ninja and Augur. This is the biggest beating. Getting an Augur ninja'd. Oh, it hurts. Well, it could be a Spell Stutter. Which means... If it's Spell Stutter, then I'm casting this. What's up, Misenberg? Yeah! Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I work really hard on them. We're trying low latency streaming tonight so that I can hang out with you guys, like, pretty much, more or less face-to-face, only you don't have to smell my terrible self. Okay, it's Spell Stutter Sprite. Please do not have third hard counter in hand. This we might have a way. We might have a way out. Like, not any kind of, like, realistic one, but... Because they're going to get to draw a bunch of cards off of this. And we're at 12. And they've got a Delver on board. So we'll sack this. We'll go get red mana. I can see us being choked on red mana later in the game if we're trying to, like, lightning bolt this stuff. Firebolt it, etc. Meisenberg rhymes with Heisenberg. Oh, thank you. The early protos were all about burn and wheel and twisters and ancestral land brainstorms. That sounds gross. All right, so developing mana is definitely step one. If this is hard counter, I could have even just scooped, I think. Showing them this might be too much. Don't, opponent. Third hard counter. All right. I really want to scoop here. I really want to scoop. Let's see what happens. We're trying to kill them. Kill all of these guys. But unfortunately now we can't kill Delver. I think we're almost in Scoop City. Swirling Sandstorm has been interesting. I like it. I like it as like a shutoff valve. It wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be at all. I thought it would be really impressive against Stompy, and it kind of didn't do that for me. So I don't know. I saw some videos from Necro Summer. That looked wild. Also, the aesthetic of Pro Tours back then, beautiful. You guys know what I'm talking about? The ones they like aired on TSN? Those ones were crazy. They look good, man. When you're playing to your outs. Yeah. I think so, yeah. Check out the one in 96 New York. Watched it a few weeks ago. Will do. I don't know if I already have. Pauper, if we're trying to kill them, we should try harder. I don't believe you. I'm trying as hard as I can. I resolved all of A Journey to Nowhere. Right? That's it, isn't it? I think I resolved the Core Skyfisher early on, maybe? Yeah, I did. So I resolved the Core Skyfisher, a Faithful Saluting, and a Journey to Nowhere. And we're on our way to Scoop City. Our opponent has cast 2 Ninja of the Deep Hours. Has ninjutsu'd 2 Ninja of the Deep Hours. Did I just... Oh, I thought I like lucked into matchy lands somehow incidentally, but I didn't. You guys were mean, huh? You're playing all these prison decks and stuff. Or I guess that's what it was all about back then. When did they reveal an Augur of Bolas? And like, why? None. We went 4-1, no timeouts. All right, that's it, man. We're dead. Pyroblasts and serrated arrows. Oh my, that's it. Electrickery is better against this version too, but I think Pyroblasts are good enough. Maybe electric. We're a control deck now, so I think we go down the bolts are good against ninjas. So I think we go down the flame slashes. We probably go down Palace Sentinels because they have a bunch of flyers. We could go down like 1 Mole Drifter. Seagate Oracles probably get worse. I can block ninjas though. I'll take lightning bolts because they're not 2-for-1s where all of this stuff might be proactive to that plan. Pyroblast is like an instant speed answer to ninja. I don't have the patience for this. We got all nostalgic and distracted you. You kind of... No, I don't think so. I tried real hard. Yeah, Sandstorm doesn't do anything here. You're right. I would rather have a Lightning Bolt than a Sandstorm. True. I might even want it over the second Firebolt. I'm not sure. I think you're totally right about the Swirling Sandstorm. Yeah. I can take a 1 looting for the other Lightning Bolt. I don't feel like we're going to be holding a lot of spells to be Faithful Saluting. And I kind of like 3 ofs in decks. I don't know why. I'm tending towards it. I took Stonehorn Tron to Pauper Night at the local shop. Rounds to turn 0 every time. Brutal, man. Yeah, like... And that happened to me too. So I think part of Magic Online leagues, like when I played Rhystictron, I got like just frustration scoops. And like I probably couldn't have ever realistically activated Rhystic Circle enough times to like fog my opponent out or like lock them out of the game without timing out, and they would just be like, I'm not doing this and leave. Pauper combo with Sigil of Sleep and Horseshoe Crab. Yeah, I've been looking at Sigil of Sleep, man. Take out the Prodigal Sorcerer effect. Bring back the Hoagie Crab. I've thought about that. Or Horseshoe. I've always wanted to do like an infinite ping deck. My favorite combo that I've never built around, or that I have built around, and I tuned it for a long time. It's one of the things that like cemented my love of Pauper because it almost became competitive. Like even I think it was just after Drake got banned, but it was a Morsel Hoarder, Sinking Feeling, and something like Viridian Longbow. I was using Flame Whip at the time because it can double as a shock, but I definitely appreciate Longbow a lot more now. So like Morsel Hoarder and Sinking Feeling, this is a pretty good hand. I'll keep. Turn 1, Pyroblast your cantrip. Taste it. Except I'm not going to do that. It would be kind of good though. They're mulliganing. If they bottom, I'm going to Pyroblast their cantrip on turn 1. Put a card on top. So probably not doing that. I also don't want to pitch this much of this stuff to Faithless Looting. I guess Cortazar, I can't even cast it yet, so always loot, am I right? Yeah. So let's see what we find. Another looting. Happy to pitch that. And a lightning bolt. Okay, so we'll pitch these two. Keep our bolt that I'd really like to leave up next turn, but can't. So they're going to get a turn here to do some ninja nonsense. Or Horseshoe. Hoagie Crab. Can we start calling him Hoagie Crab now? Petition to call it the Hoagie Crab? You guys ever have a hoagie? That's getting down, team. How many of you guys ever had a hoagie before? Okay, so nothing to worry about with Ninja here. So I'm actually going to play a Boros Garrison so that we can play Lone Missionary next turn and leave up our instant speed interaction if they play a Fairy so that we can try to stop the Ninja coming. That's sad, man. I'm really sorry about that. Recipe for a nap. Propaganda, what did you get into? What kind of stuff are you into? Love to eat hoagie while driving. That's living on the edge, man. Meisenberg. You gotta get respect for that, man. Oh, a hoagie, yeah. Don't be sad. You eat hoagies on the road. Or hoagies are eaten on the road. You can build a lot of really fun decks entirely from free cards. Oh, you can, yeah. I am glad you're back. Welcome back to the game. It's done a lot of good for me. Just like hanging out with you guys every Monday and Tuesday. Like, seriously. Huge benefit. That's the real benefit of net decking and Pauper. If the goal for tonight was to examine the benefits of net decking and Pauper, the benefit would be getting to hang out with you crowd. Oh man, my lighting makes my happy smile look real scary. The Dom cards, man. Good times. Good times with the Dom cards. No Augur. Gonna leave up some nonsense here. Okay. I'm okay with waiting here. I think my hand is quite amenable to hanging out for a bit. Now we want to start attacking. We'll see if they want to counter here. I might force this through. No. Because we could Lightning Bolt this on their end step and then start attacking with our Lone Missionaries, and I feel like we're in pretty good shape that way. His only card game was Hearthstone? Oh. Yeah, I have some friends who, no problem, Propaganda. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for all your kind words and the NBA insight I would have never had. Yeah, I have some friends that only played Hearthstone too, and really, like, Dominaria was very appealing to those people. Like, I think it kind of, it looks really great. Like, the cards are flashy, and they allowed some of the complexity back in that, like, really got me into the game. And I mean, like, deeply after I started playing this way. Not even gonna pump fake with the Augur. Okay, so let's try to Lightning Bolt it. Hydroblast is a weird place here. If they tap out for blue counterspell, then this will happen. But I feel like they won't. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm very happy to be able to keep my Pyroblasts, because it looks like they're going to be forcing through a Core Skyfisher this turn. Oh my goodness, I always talk about it, but there's this band called Snooze that I really like. It's stuck in my head like crazy, guys. Love that band. Shouts out to Snooze. Oh, they got a beta key. Stick with Magic because of the complexity and less RNG. Oh yeah, both great things about the game. I agree. Would you even counter a core Skyfisher opponent? You won't. Okay. That's cool. I'm sure they have a removal spell in hand for it. A removal spell we unfortunately can't interact with, but it is what it is. So we'll see what this is. If it's Spell Starter, I'll counter it. Just cycle Ash Barrens. Okay. Yeah, sweet. I think that's why I like it better for sure. Yeah. And you know what? Like, as much as people gripe on Magic being expensive or whatever, I honestly find the reward of collecting in this game a lot higher than the thought of just like slogging through the free-to-play model that is Hearthstone. Like, I like that I can come in and spend like a little amount of money and play this awesome complex format, and like that's all you have to do, really. Yeah, and mulliganing decisions, another thing I like about it as well. All right, so we'll attack with Skyfisher. I think it's going to eat a Bolt here. But the lower they tap, the better. Gives us a better chance to defend a Lone Missionary, getting back down from something like a Spell Starter Sprite. So it looks like they're trying to be the control deck, which I'm assuming we're better at doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, the variance in this game isn't literal dust. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, these are digital cards too, but I err on the side of playing what I think is a cheaper format than most. I think Pauper, with its popularity, is getting up to like standard budget kind of quality now, but 5 years of vids and decks behind. But I read your Reddit post today. Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate that people read those Reddit posts. Like, I feel like I should have a link to them on my, like, a link to my Reddit profile on my Nightbot, because I kind of just put them out there, and people have stopped commenting them, and they get a lot of downvotes. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because I still get a ton of traffic from Reddit, but people seem to not really like the articles. Yeah, that's true too. So I'll Pyroblast an Augur here as well. Oh, they're just gonna Gush. Yeah. Nope, not throwing a Pyroblast into a Spell Stutter Sprite. And you can buy your single straight up. I'd love that. Pauper GP would be kind of cool. I think, then again though, like, I think it would be cool, and I think I would like it to happen, because we like, sorry, I don't want to, I want to pitch this Ash Barrens to a Faithful Suiting, but at the same time, I need to get my blue source. Preaching to the choir. Yeah, I kind of am. Oh, thank you. Thank you about the posts. I appreciate it. About Baloth Gorger, and I'm in the process of trying to net deck myself a Hanky Mulch. Hanky Mulch? That sounds wonderful. Oh yeah, I believe the same thing about it. I agree on all of that. So I think Firebolt might be eating the bin here. As much as I like its ability to kind of do something. So yeah, so let's flashback Faithful Suiting. Oh man. Yeah, I love land decks that are green-blue. I've been torn in so many directions here. Thank you for saying my posts are great. I appreciate it. I'm glad that the negative feedback isn't coming from you guys. I like that. I would like people to leave a comment. Let me know why they're downvoting, but it's the only place I figure they should go. Oh, Serrated Arrows is good. We're gonna want to force it through. We've got pretty much just enough mana to do that. I think I'm just gonna pitch lands here. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a plan, guys. We've got a plan. Let's just execute it. Let's win this game. Let's win this match. So we'll see how low they tap. If they play a Spell Stutter Sprite in the hopes that they'll pick it up with a Ninja, then I'll Pyroblast it. Mono Black Ponza. Ooh. You know what? You know what, Burton? I loved Mono Black Ponza, but that being said, That big guy. What's that guy called that enters the battlefield and blows up? Yeah, that deck was sweet. That blue-black deck. But that what's that guy called that like enters the battlefield when if you kicked it, it blows up a land? I think that card is like very, very good. Okay, so I think our opponent's going to do some hold up hard counter plus spell stutter sprite here, so that's awkward. Where we're trying to resolve a Mold Shambler. Yes, that's exactly him. I think that card is like, it should be a keystone in those decks. So let's try to get our opponent to tap down below 4 mana. That's what we're looking for. I hope they remove this Lone Missionary. And if they don't, you know, whatever. 2 points of damage. Because I feel like that's what's going to come along here, which is, my opponent got a pretty good read on this one, but it is what it is. So we'll go like this. Try to tap less red mana if possible. And Serrated Arrows. I'm doing this so that I can still, if they counter and then Spell Stutter, then I can Firebolt the Spell Stutter sprite. Yep. Before they can get Ninja down next turn. Yeah, so here comes Spell Stutter sprite. So not a great exchange for me. It would have been awesome to be able to get some value out of those Serrated Arrows, but I think I read it pretty much perfectly. We're going to hold on to Terramorphic Expanse. We might want to pitch it to a Faithless Looting next turn. And we'll pass. That's okay. It could just be a delay. I'm really, really enjoying this low latency streaming. All the time at work during downtime, and I've muted in case the shop calls me in on the radio. That's sick. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. What type of content do you write? Oh yeah, it's no, it's like the articles I write are basically like an exposition about the new card. So my my series, possibly Pauper Playable, for which you can find deck techs on my YouTube channel. It's all about trying new cards in the Pauper format because I believe they get dismissed kind of immediately, like without any look. And sure, a lot of them are bad, but the YouTube or the Reddit article kind of elaborates on how I really felt about the card and how it performed and the deck that it was in, and it's kind of all about me learning how to brew around like certain restrictions and things like that. It's just yeah, it's just all around good time. So we'll loot Faithlessly. Our opponent is on 12. Oh, okay. So that doesn't get countered, right? Oh, it does? Flashback doesn't count? Okay. Ugh, I think it's ninja time. That sucks. So pass. Right, it's X spells and stuff like that. It's just its alternative cost, not its converted mana cost. We've been through this. So here comes Ninja picking up Spell Stutter Sprite. We're not going to be able to remove it with our Firebolt because Ninja's going to be holding on to Spell Stutter Sprite. We basically got to try to kill our opponent with burn spells. We could find more removal or just a blocker for this Ninja. I don't think we're going to stop though. We basically just got to keep attacking to try to invalidate all the cards that our opponent's going to draw with this Ninja. That's kind of the plan now. I will go get a Plains with this. Could be relevant. And pass. Spell Stutter Sprite in our opponent's hand. That's interesting. All right, so yeah, I think we got to play land here. So we'll play land, flashback Firebolt, targeting Ninja. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see if they even care about that, but I assume Spell Stutter is going to come down and we're going to try to Electricity it. So they could have another Spell Stutter sprite here. That would be just the worst. But it is a distinct reality that exists. Yeah. Oh, Delver, well, you came and you left me so dead. Never respect the days. So like I said, we're still going to go on the plan of forcing them to trade resources and try to kill them with damage before the extra cards they draw matters. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Wow, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, man. Seriously. Been net decking so far, but used to love brewing. Not saying I was good at it, but it worked. Perhaps not always well. Yeah, like brewing's all about that, man. It's all about having a good time. And for me, it's like the gradual progression too, like setting goals for yourself. I find that practice rooms provide like kind of a little progression like that, where you can move through them and eventually find the spot where you're comfortable. And guys, I think we're dead. I'm at 27, but I think we just got a little bit unlucky about our opponent's draws. They didn't do a lot of card selectioning there. They were really smart about holding their counter magic and what to hold it for. So I think they were ready to play the control game, and they definitely showed us the door with it. But we're at 27. They've only got 4 cards in hand. Who knows? Oh, right, yeah. So like when Magic first came out, oh god, dang it. Double Ninja Superstar. I think maybe when we got in that fight over the serrated arrows earlier, if I could have resolved it, things would have gone a lot better. But Spellstarter Sprite is probably going to go ahead and write our name in the sand here. Both of our Faithless Lootings are gone, right? So even doing a little bit of thinning with this might be okay. Yeah, it really is. Opponent thoroughly not caring about our serrated arrows. Fair. All right. Yeah, they drew really well, and they played really well too. Like if they must have known what we had, like, or just did a very good job anticipating it. So let's see what happens. We're gonna do it. We're gonna use our serrated arrows in beginning of combat, so they can't do the whole ninja trick. And here come 2 ninjas of the deep hours. Get in, you wild old ninja boys. Oh, you tickle me so much, getting your extra cards out of me. Ooh, ninja boys. Just leaving me around to get some more cards, are you? I see how it is. Yeah, what was it called? It was like Dojo or something? MTG Dojo? You really get the Delver opponent when they have to start discarding the hand size because they've drawn so many GD cards. I imagine we're going to see that preordained right now. Yep. Probably looking for a Delver or Fairy Miscreant just to turn up the heat and shut her down. Serrated Arrow is pretty okay here. They're firmly on the Spellstutter Sprite plan. They've got a Spellstutter Sprite in hand. Maybe they have a hard counter. They can just start hard casting these bad boys here soon. It's a good deck, boys and girls. It's a good deck. Stormbound, guys. Well, have I got serrated arrows for you? I think our opponent knows we have a land in hand. Otherwise, I'm sure they would have left up more than just Spellstutter Sprite. They probably would have kept backup as well. Okay. Please stop. Our boys are dead. I'm going to give them a second. Like I said, it could be blanks. It's real doubtful it's blanks. They're going to start discarding the hand side. I don't think we can win this. But the bitter end, gang. I fear that it is approaching. I'm waiting to shrink these down. They might play like a Spellstutter or Fairy Miscreant or something. Might matter. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Fairy Miscreant. Kill this one. It's practice at this point. My opponent and I are goldfishing. Only I sometimes like to goldfish in incredibly backbreakingly depressing scenarios where I'm clearly losing. It's just, it likes, it helps me out. Opponent's going to brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They could just lightning bolt me a couple times and put me out of my misery here, but we'll see. 19 cards in their library. That's a lot of ninja work right there. That's that true ninja work. Oh boy. All right. So now I think they're playing with their food a little bit. I think they recognize that we're also just going through the motions. Heck, I've been that confident before. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we're going to look at our top card, and we won't give our opponent the satisfaction if they do decide to drag it out. I don't think we're going to find anything. Just a land. All right, that's it, guys. Jeskai control. This deck was so much fun. Like, this deck was so sweet. I really did love it, and I love to master it